Epstein's imprisoned confidant refused to provide any information about the convicted sex offender. California Democrat Ro Khanna.
Now she's pleading the fifth about things that don't implicate her, but may implicate many of the other powerful people.
More from CBS's Jake Rosen.
By pleading the fifth, she's essentially stonewalling this committee. This is kind of this long-term and long play by her and her legal team to potentially see if they can get any kind of either commutation or pardon of her sentence in exchange for more information, of which lawmakers and potentially the Department of Justice believe she has.
Lawmakers are getting a look at unreleased and unredacted versions of the Epstein files at the Justice Department. We're about 5 hours away from the second ransom deadline from someone claiming to have kidnapped 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie more than a week ago in Arizona. CBS's Andres Gutierrez is in Tucson.
First one came and went, and there was no, the captors did not reach out to the family. And now the second one is coming up later today. We'll see if it passes, and if at this point, if there is no communication, it may be that this note is not real.
Today's show anchor Savannah Guthrie and her siblings have posted their second video asking for contact with whoever has their mother captive, saying they're willing to pay to get her back. The Trump administration's crackdown on dangerous and violent criminals in the country illegally turns out to be a very small percentage of people that ICE has taken into custody.
Less than 14% of the nearly 400,000 immigrants arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement in President Trump's first year back in the White House had charges or convictions for violent criminal offenses. That's according to an internal Department of Homeland Security document obtained by CBS News. The Trump administration has repeatedly said its crackdown on illegal immigration is primarily targeting dangerous and violent criminals. Jim Ursula, CBS News.
President Trump, of course, is not running, but the midterm elections could be a referendum on his policies. CBS's Stacey Lynn says it's still mostly a mystery as to who gets his support.
The president has a massive campaign war chest, but he hasn't given any details on how or when he plans to use it. And it's still unclear which Republican candidates he'll back. The Washington Post reports the uncertainty is making party leaders nervous, especially with Democrats showing momentum in recent races and Trump's approval numbers slipping.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 32 points and the Nasdaq up 266. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Fans are still basking in the glow of the Super Bowl victory. We'll tell you more about that with fan experience and more. But first, we're going to look at KIRO News Radio traffic. And we've got a little bit of a haul coming into downtown Seattle on the southbound direction of I-5. Just south of 65th, we've got a collision that is making all that volume a little bit worse. The backup starts up at Haller Lake and goes all the way down to the Ship Canal area. The northbound direction is comparably fantastic. You're almost a speed limit drive from Tacoma into downtown Seattle with just a little bit of slowing around the West Seattle Bridge. A little bit of slowing 405 northbound through the S-curves as well, just some residual volume, but only giving you about a 5-minute delay. This report brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. The Seahawks and the 12s are still reveling in that Super Bowl victory. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey was in California last night.
A moment nobody here will ever forget. A win for the Hawks, but really for the Pacific Northwest and the 12s.
It's so exciting.
It's just like amazing feeling to be out here. It's been 12 years. It's been a minute, especially against the team that beat us last time.
Where's that stuff? The 12s here tell me this win means more to them than any fan anywhere will know. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Next up, the victory parade. The Seahawks hold that celebration Wednesday, starting with a trophy celebration at 10 a.m. at Lumen Field. That will be open to the public, but tickets are required. The parade itself does not require a ticket. You can watch along the route, which starts at 4th Avenue South and South Washington Street in Pioneer Square. It will go up 4th Avenue and end at Cedar Street in Belltown. It looks like the Super Bowl was the last game with the Seahawks for offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak.
You guys know I'm going to Las Vegas, so I'm fired up about it.
He confirmed on the field to the NFL Network reports that he's been hired as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Tacoma-based Multicare says a billing vendor cost it more than $1 million. The News Tribune obtained a lawsuit filed in late December against Optum and Change Healthcare. Multicare hired Change, now owned by Optum, to handle billing and reimbursement back in 2022. The lawsuit says Change repeatedly dropped the ball. Attorneys for Optum and Change deny the allegations and say Multicare isn't entitled to any relief. Police are asking for help finding a woman who has been missing in Seattle since February 1st. 38-year-old Wanda Rowan was last seen around 4th Avenue South and South Michigan Street. Her disappearance triggered a missing Indigenous person alert from the Washington State Patrol. We have her photo on mynorthwest.com. Weather report says we're going to have rain all day. Showers continuing this afternoon, a high of 50, partly cloudy and mostly dry on Tuesday. It's 44 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
It's Henderson. He is tackled in bounds. 3, 2, 1. The Seahawks. They're bringing it home again for the second time in less than 12 years. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest, and the party begins at Levi Stadium and in Seattle, and it won't stop for days.
Let the party continue. Yes, the Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. That will never get old. And today on the Gee and Ursula Show, we are going to break it down from every angle, and we are going to have exclusive content just for you. Gee is still in the Bay Area, which is why you're not hearing his voice just now, but he is going to join us in a few minutes. And I want to welcome in Greg Tomlin, who is in studio with me. Have you recovered from last night?
No, I have not. It's a beautiful thing. Redemption, Ursula, as the Seattle Times put it, denomination. It's a glorious morn, and yes, the celebration rolls on.
Yes, for sure. Well, at 9:30, Luke Ducey's going to join us live from downtown San Francisco with reaction from the 12s who made the trip. And of course, we want you in on it as well. What does a Super Bowl win actually do for all of us here in the Puget Sound region? How are you feeling this morning? Does it bring us together? Is it just a really good distraction for everything else that is going on? Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line is open for you, 888-973-5476, 888-973-KIRO. And with that, let's get to our top stories brought to you by Pendergast Law. Yep, you better believe it.
The Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for the second time.
Seahawks and the 12s waking up champions again this morning after beating New England in the Super Bowl 29-13. Gee was in the thick of it all, making it to Levi Stadium miraculously in time to take it all in. Gee, how you doing?
Fantastic. You know what? Let me tell you, I spent this entire time trying to figure, because I knew you was going to ask me that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out what kind of word that I could use. And then I decided, you know what? Just fantastic. It's better. Now, I had a lot of emotions. The first emotion was when I woke up this morning. And I said to myself, oh, the Seahawks won. You know, when you first wake up, you forget what happened the night before. You're like, oh, the Super Bowl champions. 2, this does not make Super Bowl 49 feel any better. Only thing you can do is celebrate this. This has nothing to do with that. I don't feel like it's an avenged loss or anything like that. 3, for the next 369 days, you can call the Seahawks whatever you want. Just make sure you call them the champs.
Gee, describe what it was like to experience this historic Hawks victory championship in person yesterday.
Yeah, I had to take it all in, Rockstar Greg, because here's why this championship felt different than the first one that they won in 2013. Because like any and everything, as you get older, you understand that moments like those don't happen too often. And so yesterday, when the clock strikes 0 and the confetti pours and the players rush out onto the field and the fans start hugging each other, I knew then. And I looked at that moment and I'm like, nah, I'm savoring this. I'm enjoying all this because potentially it could maybe not happen again. Rockstar Greg, I was telling the story last night. I was 10 years old when the Chicago Bears won the Super Bowl. I was 10 years old when the Refrigerator Perry and the Bears, the Monsters of the Midway. So as a 10-year-old, I thought every day would be like that.
And the Bears only have one Super Bowl, right?
1985. So I just want people really understand it. So when you ask me how that moment was, man, there were fans, there were crying, there were fans hugging each other. And I think it was a fans that are my age and older because they understand like, yo, this is a real blessing and moment right here. So it was beautiful. Ursula was so many damn 12s and Seahawks fans there.
I bet. I mean, and I want to hear a little bit more about that in a second. But, Greg, I know that you've been to a Super Bowl. I've never been to a Super Bowl, and I'm going to guess I'm never going to go to one. But you've been to one.
I went to one in 2005 with my dad. The infamous Seahawks lost to the Steelers because not only were the Hawks playing the men in black, they were also playing the men in the striped shirts, as Mike Holmgren said at the time. And so I have great memories of being in Detroit with my dad and also very sour memories for how the game went. But, Gee, I completely relate to you because I turned to my 12-year-old son yesterday and I said, don't get used to this, right? He has a unique Pacific Northwest sports fan experience, very much unlike what I had growing up being a 90s kid where we just suffered loss after loss. I busted out my Seahawks Rick Myers shirt yesterday. That's how far back I go with the Hawks. But, Gee, I want to ask you, it's fitting that 12 years after the Seahawks' first Super Bowl win that they got it done yesterday for a second time. I think back to that 2014 team, and my mind immediately goes to Legion of Boom, Beast Mode, letting Russ cook. There are lots of compelling individual storylines from this season, but overall as a team, when we talk about this squad years from now, what do you think their enduring legacy will be? What will be the characteristics that we'll remember most as 12s?
Unknown. And the only thing that you can refer to is a team collectively working as one. Yesterday was the first time. Kenneth Walker III was the MVP yesterday. Let me ask you guys a question. Can you guys remember anything that Kenneth Walker III has said since he's been here? No. You don't never hear from him. You have a quarterback, right? And Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is just the nicest guy in the world. You just don't have the personalities of the past, right? You have a team that is they have this 12 as one mentality. Now, when I talk like this, sometimes, Ursula, I kind of feel like, oh, I'm just saying, what I'm supposed to say and coach speak and just trying to be cohesive with the team. No, because right now, even if I ask you guys something about this team, like what makes them special, none of you guys would know.
Well, I think it's
personalities.
Yeah, I think what makes them special is there aren't any overinflated egos. I think even when you keep talking about JSN as the greatest in the world, and he doesn't act like he's the greatest in the world, right? Exactly. I mean, he is someone who is still very much team focused. I need to ask you though, since you brought Kenneth Walker III up. And I don't mean to throw in some controversy already.
Here we go.
But there was a little bit of debate among my text group because, again, he got the MVP award for his efforts. So he's the first running back to win the award since Terrell Davis won it for the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 32. And I want you to listen to what he said.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for this, blessing to be here. Also, I want to thank my brothers. This don't happen without them. We went through a lot of adversity this season, but we came together and we stuck together, and this is what we got.
Congratulations, Kenneth.
Thank you so much.
Hey, shout out to the 12s. Shout out to the 12s.
Okay, And Gee and Craig, I also want to bring up that too. Okay, so first of all, very faith-oriented, obviously, and I've noticed that with a lot of the players on the team.
A lot of the players, yeah.
Yes. The other thing is very team-oriented, and then also very thankful for the 12s. And that is one thing that I've really noticed about this team too, and the coach, that they keep giving so much credit to the 12s. I mean, and maybe I'm just noticing that more this time around than I have in the past, because obviously the 12s have always been important. But it seems like this team really understands how special it is to have the fan base that we do. Would you say that's the case, Gee?
Well, yesterday, right? Yesterday, the 12s far outnumbered the Patriot fans. Yesterday, when it was time to scream when the defense was out in the field, I had Patriots fans sitting next to me saying, "Wow, it must get loud in your stadium." So the reason why you keep hearing the Seahawks talk about the 12s and the fans, because you actually look, I'm not saying you don't have fan bases that don't care. I'm not going to sit here and say the Seahawks fans are the only fan base that care. I'm saying that when the Seahawks fans care, they care a little harder than most, because the same people that call Seahawks fans fair weather fans, to which I'll say fair. Because if you don't win, Seahawks fans is like, yo, I got stuff to do. I can go hiking. I can go camping. We're not in a podunk town. We in Seattle. There's all kinds of things to do. But if you win it, nobody's going to love you harder than we do. And it was very apparent down here in San Francisco. 12s everywhere.
See, I love
it. And
that.
like two Patriots fans.
Okay, I need to ask, though. Here's the controversy. Because you guys, I mean, this wouldn't have happened. This win wouldn't have happened if Jason Myers didn't have a record-breaking game.
Jason Myers now has set a new Super Bowl record with his 5th field goal tonight. And the Seahawks needed every one of them with a 22-7 lead.
Okay, so in your opinion, and y'all listening right now, I want you to weigh in. Did the right player win the MVP award of the game?
5 field goals and 16 points, mind you. But, Gee, you think Kenneth Walker was the appropriate recipient of the MVP?
No, I don't think it. I know
it.
Kenneth Walker III controlled the game from beginning to end. You take the ball out of his hands. Sam Darnold, I mean, it was a game, but Sam Darnold, you know what I mean? Like Sam Darnold did not have the game that he had against the Rams, if you will. So Kenneth Walker III, K9, was kind of like, he was like a cheat code yesterday. Oh, the offense needed to play, give it to Kenneth Walker III. And I said this on SMN this morning. I'll say it to you guys, because they asked me what was my favorite part of the play of the game. My favorite play of the game was the first play of the game. And that was when he ran for 9-10 yards on the first play.
Set the tone.
So he set the tone. So basically, New England Patriots, you practiced all damn week. All week you practiced. And you knew it was about to be a run play because they set up in 12 personnel.
Uh-oh, we kind of just lost you for a second, Gee. Okay, what would you say?
I was like, exactly. They knew the Seahawks were going to run. The Seahawks ran it anyway, and they basically dominated the entire time. I think K9 had close to 100 yards.
Well,
Am I cutting out?
No, he's had 27 carries for 135 yards. However, again, how many? It was all field goals for the first half.
Well, and they were so automatic.
Ursula, you trying to make? Wait, Ursula, I know you. Hold on. We ain't doing this.
Hold on.
I got to stop you right there. No. You trying to start controversy.
She's trying to say, are kickers really football players?
Well, no, I'm trying to say,
we're not doing that today.
Do kickers get enough love? That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
they get love. We love Jason Myers.
But he had no point. I was hoping that could they give a co-MVPs? I mean, give the kicker a little more love.
I mean, that's why we're here in the first place, because everybody wants to do you get love and you get love and we're all love and kumbaya and everybody does things right.
Okay, let me ask you, Gee, do you think after this historic victory that we begin to know more about Mike McDonald and his philosophy as a head coach and just the type of culture he creates in the locker room. It's really fascinating to juxtapose the Pete Carroll championship locker room to this locker room. Do you think he's going to speak out more? Do you think we're going to learn more about the inner workings of what goes on behind the scenes there? Or do you think he'll still be kind of the same guy he's always been, even though the national spotlight is really on him now?
Okay, you guys have forced my hand. I got to do it. I apologize.
Uh-oh.
So when you get married to somebody and it's their second marriage, and you're in their second marriage and things are going great in the second marriage, you guys are on vacation. You guys are doing some of the favorite things. I mean, life is good. Money is good. Finances are great. And then when you're out to dinner on vacation, you're winning, right? You're in a championship marriage. And then all of a sudden at dinner, you say, so tell me what things were like in your first marriage. For what? Why? That was the first marriage. We are talking about this one. This marriage right here is winning. The Pete Carroll era, beautiful. LOB, defense, we fans, good time. We got stories. We can tell all those stories. We even got the pictures, right? Now, the pictures might not be currently on the wall of the first husband, but there's pictures. Maybe they're in boxes, but they're not forgotten about. This is a new marriage, Rockstar Greg. So the current pictures of today is husband and wife, second marriage, doing their thing. So we're going to enjoy this. And then we can still tell stories about Pete Carroll and how beautiful it was, because it was beautiful back in those days. But boy, is this marriage right here, the MOB, the dark side, Seahawk fans. By the way, there is a parade on Wednesday.
Yes.
And when we at the parade on Wednesday, you know we're not going to say, you know what? I wish we could go back to the parade of 2014 back then, because it was really cold. Let's talk about that day. Hell no. We're going to be talking about the day.
Okay. We've only got a couple of minutes left, G. I've got to ask, because I don't even know this. So all our listeners are going to be hearing this for the first time. Did you make it to opening kickoff? Or were you, I mean, because you were in Chicago. I was worried. You were worried that you were going to be crying in a bathroom stall if you didn't make it to the game. Like, how close was it? And I only found out, that G was not going to make it back home. At the end of the game last night, G informed me when I was trying to tell you that I had some sliders for you today. You're like, yeah, I'm not going to be there. What happened?
So here was the plan, Ursula. Well, the plan is, number one, I was going to be flying back. So I flew out of San Francisco on Thursday and headed back to Seattle. Then I got on a plane and headed to Chicago, and then had to drive to Milwaukee, right? Drove to Milwaukee. Then I was getting ready to come back. As I'm getting ready to come back, it's 18, 19 degrees. It's 3-something in the morning. It's solid ice out on the roads. There's cars that slid all over on the side of the roads. I actually take video of it. So I'm driving in this. Luckily, I had an expedition. Then I came back to San Francisco, and then I said, oh, okay, those flights is going to be too expensive trying to get out on Sunday night. So I said, you know what? I'll just do some calls here, and we'll get that going. And you know what? I'll get a pass anyways, because I saw Boss Lady last night. So then there's that.
Oh, okay. Well, we are out of time. Coming up in the 10 o'clock hour, you're going to join us again. We're going to talk about the halftime show, among other things. You're also going to give us more exclusive content, because I saw you partying with some people last night.
Yeah.
So we need to talk about that. And by the way, I was trying to stir up controversy with my question of where was the
Jason
right
Myers, the MVP?
Do you see our text line right now?
Well, and by the way, important correction, and thank you for this, Spike O'Neill, who just texted me. Jason Myers didn't have 16 points like I stated. He had 17 points.
So he had 17 points. There are folks, G, right now on the text line saying, it should have been co-MVPs at the very least.
He was 100-1 to win Super Bowl MVP. Someone could have made out like the gangbusters in Vegas.
Hey, do me a favor. Tell the text line, I ain't seen them in a long time. And I'll see you tomorrow, though. Yeah. I ain't seen the text line in a while.
I know, but I'm telling you, right now, our kicker needs more love. Okay, Gee, we'll talk to you in the 10 o'clock hour.
10 o'clock.
Coming up at 9:30, we've got Luke Ducey joining us, and we've got a whole lot more coming up at 9:47. We're going to talk about the parade, and we're just getting new details about that. And then I want to ask everybody, if you would allow your kid to play hooky from school, are you going to give them an excused absence? So text us, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is one. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks. KIRO Newsradio.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Leaking and rats are moving and moon is creeping and water seeping in. It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. All of us on the farm want to congratulate our football team on a winning season. And I want to remind you, the shape of a football, it's kind of like an egg. Sure, one's for touchdowns, the other's for healthy breakfast. But you score with both. So celebrate the season with locally fresh eggs from Wilcox, because both scramble pretty well. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
I'm here with Wes Jones of sellwithwes.com. And Wes, you were just telling me you think 2026 is going to be a rebound year for the housing market.
That's right. I think we're heading into the best real estate market of the past 4 years. And here's why. If you take a step back and look at the big picture, experts are anticipating a 15% increase in sales volume next year. Interest rates are at near 3-year lows and trending down, and home prices have held near all-time highs. There is a lot of pent-up demand. People have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for for their time to jump into the market since 2022, and they need a place to buy.
So, hey, 2026 might be your year. If you're considering selling your home, if you're thinking about moving, but there was something that was just holding you back, now might be a great time. So do this. Go to sellwithwes.com. You can see your home's real value there with Wes's home value calculator. Then schedule an appointment by giving him a call. Sellwithwes.com. Sellwithwes.com. It really just is a better way to sell your home.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there. It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. Levi Stadium sounded a lot like Lumen Field Sunday night. The 12s were there to cheer on the Seahawks as they beat the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey was also there.
You can bet 12s all over the world are celebrating. You are world champs again.
We are one team, and for the fans to be a part of that team and to bring home this championship, words can't explain it. It's amazing.
It's amazing. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I'll maybe get to experience again.
In Santa Clara, Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III got the MVP award.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for this, blessing to be here. Also, I want to thank my brothers. This don't happen without them.
He also thanked the 12s. The 25-year-old is in the final year of his rookie contract and is slated to become a free agent in 2026. Here's an update to a story we covered extensively last summer. A Venezuelan man living in Spokane has now been released 7 months after his immigration arrest prompted massive protests in the city. Josuar Slater Rodriguez Torres was in the country legally and applying for asylum. According to the Spokesman Review, when Rodriguez Torres appeared for a regular check-in, he was told his status had been revoked and he was detained. A federal judge ruled that Rodriguez Torres' Fifth Amendment right to due process was violated and ordered his release. Pleading the Fifth, Ghislaine Maxwell refused to answer questions at a House oversight hearing. She's the longtime girlfriend and confidant of former sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Here's Congressman Ro Khanna, a Democrat from California.
There's an inconsistency. Why did she not plead the Fifth when Blanche asked her questions? And now she's pleading the Fifth about things that don't implicate her, but may implicate many of the other powerful people in the Epstein class that committed these crimes.
Maxwell is trying to have her 20-year sentence for sex trafficking overturned. Now we're going to check in with KIRO News Radio traffic, and overall we're doing very well. No blocking, no slowing in Tacoma, and then all the way up into Seattle. And when you get into Seattle, that's when some snags start. I-5 northbound right around the West Seattle Bridge. Just north of the bridge, there is a collision. I can't tell if it's on the merge or actually on I-5, but it looks like that's part of what is slowing us on the bridge merge and on I-5 northbound. Still only taking a few minutes there. I-5 southbound, we are slow from all the way back to Haller Lake because of the construction issues on the Ship Canal Bridge. We also have a collision I-5 southbound just right around Lake City Way that's adding a few more minutes to your travel times. Linwood to Seattle is 37 minutes. Federal Way to Seattle, 23 minutes. Bothell to Bellevue on 405 southbound, 15 minutes. Renton to Bellevue, 20 minutes. This report brought to you by Simply Seattle. Your championship gear is here at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you won't find anywhere else. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com. Rain throughout the day, but dry tomorrow with a high of 51 degrees and partly cloudy. 44 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show, a day after we officially became Super Bowl champions. Gee is still in the Bay Area. He's going to join us again at 10. Greg Tallman is in studio. You are a big, well, I want to say football fan, but specifically Seahawk fan. So it's great to have you here this morning as well. And Luke Ducey is a super fan. He has been in the Bay Area since Thursday, lucky guy. And he joins us now to tell us what it has been like the last few days. Good morning, Luke.
Oh, good morning, everybody. What a morning. Hangover from just the celebration. Not that we are out partying or anything, but just the exhaustion of the ups and downs of that game. You know, the 12s, I tell you, they made their presence known inside Levi Stadium, or as we like to call it now, Lumen Field South. One more dig before I leave the city. They were so loud. They were so loud on defense. I know you could hear it on TV. A pair of reporters from Boston told me during the game that they were shocked. It was clearly a home crowd for the Hawks. And then the moment came for two 12s last night in the stands. As hard as it was, I wanted to watch the final seconds as well, but I turned my cameras and my microphone toward them because I wanted to capture their moment. This was their moment. Mike and John were watching, begging the MOB to tackle running back Trevion Henderson at inbounds and run out that clock.
There we go. Let him run. Keep him in. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's one of those where were you moments that we all celebrated together. You know, what an incredible event to cover. You know, the fan experience before the game was pretty interesting. It was flooded with Hawks fans, and then inside the stadium, clearly the 12s outnumbered Patriot fans like 3-1. I think you could see that on TV as well. The halftime show, pretty incredible. Except in the stands, we couldn't see what you were seeing on TV, like the camera angles in that set. We couldn't see a lot of that, so I can't wait to get home and watch. Hey, let me ask you all a question. I'm wondering this. You know, all those plants that were part of the set, did you know those were people in costumes?
Only after the fact.
Yeah,
I saw social media clips of people walking out like trees from Lord of the Rings or something.
I noticed it right away. It was the first thing as soon as it said. I was like, oh my gosh, the trees are people.
Okay.
It was
we all thought
incredible. But from your vantage point, I mean, how far, where were you? Like, where were you sitting?
Oh, yeah, so we were like in the end zone, behind the Patriots end zone, but we were up in the 200 level, so they put the media in a pretty good spot. The last two rows in about 4 sections, and what they did, they made makeshift tables for us and power outlets so we could work as we were watching. So we were right, the net right behind us, our backs were up against the walls of all the suites. So we had a pretty good shot of all that. You know, the reason they had all those people in costumes was because they had a limit on how many props they could have on the field because they didn't want to damage the grass. So, and also apparently the couple that got married during that, they actually got married.
They did. And we're actually going to get into the details of all that coming up at 10:06, and we'll have Gee join us as well. And there were some folks who were saying, hey, you know, could you translate, because it was all done in Spanish. So it was like, can you translate what he said? I mean, even if you didn't understand Spanish, there were themes that were very clear throughout that halftime show. And so we're going to have everybody weigh in. Text us right now, though, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line, so we can have you be part of the conversation coming up at 10:06. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. What was your impression of the halftime show? But I know you had a question for Luke.
Luke, how did Santa Clara do as a host city for the game? I mean, the Hawks fans down there were in the belly of the beast and away because it's 49ers territory. Were there any truculent people down there looking for fisticuffs against their bitter rival fans, or how did they do overall hosting the event?
So, they did. We all played nicely in the sandbox together. How about that? And let me explain. So here in San Francisco is where you saw most of the 49ers fans being here in enemy territory. And I got to tell you, I think they're done with us now. They are nicely nudging us to go move along. But over the last week, I talked to a lot of 49ers fans, and they all said the same thing pretty much. Hey, we hope you enjoy the city, but we can't root for you. We're not going to root for you. We're not happy that you're here. But, just there will be next year. So very nice and very welcoming, but it's time to go.
Well, Luke, you talked to some fans who said they did feel like this was revenge, and this was the revenge game. And
absolutely.
I'll share that audio.
They tried to be salty, but that's all right. It didn't have an impact. Just like Mike McDonald said, we did not care.
Oh, yeah. We're in a new era, baby. This is dark side. Dark side for days and years to come.
I don't remember it. What interception? I don't know what you're referring to. Malcolm who? Nope, we're done. We're done here.
I mean, for you, Luke, do you feel like we're done? I mean...
Yeah, I do. He was talking about Malcolm Butler, who made that interception off of Russell Wilson, Super Bowl 49, and how awful was that the NFL put Malcolm Butler out there to ring their keeping the light bell, whatever they call it. I don't even care what the Patriots call that bell. But it was just shocking to see him, and so, yes, and every 12 I talk to as well. We're not going to forget it, but there was a weight lifted. You could tell they were saying it. They don't have to relive that moment ever again, and we don't have to see it in highlights, and we can move on, and we are Super Bowl champs, and they are not. How do you like them apples, Boston?
And there was a stroke of genius by Nike, who placed a victory commercial featuring Marshawn Lynch in the can before the game even began, and it ran right as the clock ran out. I thought it was kind of genius, but it tied in the whole 2015 Super Bowl team to the current Seahawks. And yeah, I kind of go back and forth about this redemption thing as well, because there's not one player on either team that was on the previous Super Bowl team from 2015. And so, yeah, the names are the same, yes, but they're really fundamentally different teams. So it's not like it's really a redemption story after all, but it's very sweet to get this one. And it takes that bitter taste out of our mouth for at least the time being.
Did either of you feel at any point like we might not pull it out, or did it feel like...
I did, actually.
The first quarter for me was like, okay, please.
I have an exact moment that I want to reveal to you coming up where I started to feel a little nervous.
Okay, we'll talk about that coming up. Luke, thank you so much. You did great work down there.
Oh, thank you so much. Go Hawks. I cannot wait to get to home and celebrate with all of you. I'll be there later tonight.
Yes.
Let's celebrate.
We've got the parade, and in fact, coming up at 9:47, we're going to talk about some new details we got about the parade. And then we asked all of you listening right now, if you got kids in school, are you going to give them the day off and say, hey, take the hit, take the absence? What are you recommending? And what are you going to do? Are you going to be playing hooky from your work? It happens during our show, Greg. I mean, that's the crazy part. Okay, we'll have more of the Gee and Ursula Show coming up next.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks. KIRO Newsradio.
You know the one question that guys hate to have asked of them by their wives, Nick?
I can take a good guess.
I know you know 100 of them. This is the worst one. Do these jeans make my butt look big?
Whoa.
Can't answer that one, right? What I've noticed is whenever you ask me questions like that, I just simply say, oh, I don't know. What do the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic say?
Well, the doctors at Longevity Medical Clinic would tell me that my butt looks great in those jeans now that my hormones are balanced.
What'd they do? Did they give you something to bring your weight down?
No, just a result of having my hormones balanced caused me to lose weight. Who would have known? I had no idea that would be a result of it.
So that's good. So the answer is you look great. You're beautiful.
I feel great. I look great.
Yeah.
And I know it.
I've also noticed that your testosterone makes you a little feistier than you normally are, as my beautiful Greek wife.
I might be small, but I have a loud bark.
Yes, you do. Do what Nick and I have done. Take a free health analysis at longevitymedicalclinic.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Shop now for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
If you've been injured in a car accident, you have 2 choices. Handle everything yourself or hire an experienced attorney. Go it alone, and you'll be on the phone with insurance adjusters, chasing medical records, fighting for lost wages, and trying to figure out what your case is really worth. Hire the right attorney, and they take all that off your plate so you can focus on getting better. Harold Carr Law Offices has a dedicated team of 48 people and more than 35 years of experience handling car accident cases right here in our community. Harold Carr Law Offices handles big cases and small ones while still treating their clients like family. Here's the difference they make. They save you time, reduce your stress, and get you significantly more money than you'd ever get on your own. Harold Carr Law Offices fights for you at no out-of-pocket cost to you. If you're in a car accident, call them right away. Visit carlaw.com. 2 R's in car. Car accident? Call Carr.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
that's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchie's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-List Club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-List member. You get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchie's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchie.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you're a Washington landlord, you've likely noticed things are changing. New rental laws, more rules, higher costs, and a lot less flexibility than before. John Curley here. Most landlords I talk to know some of their numbers like rent, mortgage, maybe the property value. But the numbers that really matter, taxes, vacancies, repairs, your time, and what it actually costs to exit someday. Those are often overlooked. And if you sell without a tax plan, the tax hit can be a nasty surprise. That's why Madrona Financial and CPAs are hosting 2 free in-person workshops for landlords who want clarity. They'll show you how to evaluate the true performance of your rental, whether selling makes sense, and how to do it tax efficiently. No politics, no pressure, just real math and real explanations. It's live, in person, not a webinar. Tuesday the 17th at 3 p.m. at UW-Tacoma and Wednesday the 18th at 3 p.m. at Bellevue College. Seats are limited. To reserve your spot, call 833-673-7373 or visit madronafinancial.com.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. I got to tell you that our text line is blowing up right now in anticipation of our discussion about the halftime show. Gutshot texted in and said, halftime show, I just couldn't do it. I turned the TV off. And then Rick and Kent says the halftime show was way better than last year's Kendrick Lamar show. And then someone else said, love, love, love it so much. Okay, so keep on texting us, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. But I have a question for you. I already know that I will be on the show because it's at 11 o'clock, the parade, the Seahawks parade. Mm-hmm. My son in Australia, who, okay, truth be known, he admitted, and he doesn't do this kind of thing, but because of Australian time, the game was playing at 10:30 in the morning. He had to call in sick. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to. He was like, I'm not missing this. Mm-hmm. So he and some friends watched it from over there. But he was asking me, he said, Mom, you're going to go to the Super Bowl parade, right? Because that's the only thing that he is worried about being over there. And I have to work. Like, are you going to try to go to the parade?
I thought about it. It's harder to play hooky with the kids you have that are in high school when things matter more. But I've got 2 elementary school boys where I'm kind of entertaining the notion of potentially going to the parade. I went to the one in 2014, and it was a great time. And I went to the stadium for the presentation and all that. And those memories are forever cemented in my mind. Yeah, I don't know, Ursula.
So, okay.
It's a whole to-do. I'll pull a Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's a whole to-do, Ursula.
It is
you got to find parking. You got to go down. You got to find the right angle. And then, we're in the 5th row back, and we can't really see. Like, I foresee, I'm a pessimist at heart. So.
Oh, my God. Okay, but here's the deal. Okay, so it's going to start, the trophy celebration starts at 10 at Lumen Field.
Okay.
And then the parade starts along 4th Avenue in downtown Seattle at 11. And so I asked people listening right now, would you do it? Tom in 425 says, I would absolutely allow my kids to play hooky and my grandchildren. They love the Seahawks. They ought to be able to enjoy. 206 said, definitely my grandson is getting the day off to attend the Seahawks parade. Diane in Seattle says, the fun of going to work the next day after a Super Bowl win is spending the day celebrating with one's coworkers. No work gets done, but the celebration continues. Yeah, that's today. But
maybe we can have a governor's decree letting everyone off the hook if they want to go attend the parade.
Because I know that I'm going to guess a lot of schools are going to give a pass, but there are also people who are going to say, no,
not everybody's a football fan.
And not everybody is a football fan. Okay, Catherine in the 360 says, you need to get a sub. You've been holding down the fort. True that, Catherine. True. I know. I was thinking, how lame would it be if I said, I'm sick.
And Ursula, you got the media credentials, so you get a front row seat.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pull that out. If I go, it would be because I wanted to be amongst the. They're estimating up to 1 million people will be attending.
Okay.
I mean, our population alone is 750,000 in the city itself. So, I mean, people are going to be coming from all over. I saw that my nephew and his family who live in Portland, they're
coming up.
I mean, that's for them. This Super Bowl was amazing.
Yeah.
They're huge Seahawks fans. So this is not just a Seattle area thing. It is a Pacific Northwest thing.
Yeah, I think that's very true. I just think about logistics, and maybe it's my age showing, but maybe if the light rail was working from the east side into Seattle, I might do it. But I seriously think about, okay, where do I park the car? And then my kids are like 4 feet tall, so they're not really going to be able to see very well.
Okay, now I'm going to make you. Your kids would never, ever, ever, ever forget that. Like if I could do it, if I had younger kids and didn't have the job that I have right now where they expect me to work, I would completely do it. I mean,
Okay,
unless
but
they're not
here's
into,
the thing.
if they're not into football, that's a whole nother
Ursula,
thing.
they're already too spoiled as Seattle sports fans. Like I said, I grew up in the 90s. It was heartbreak after heartbreak. And so I need to set my kids' life expectations up appropriately because expectations are everything. My son's got a Super Bowl. He had the Mariners in the ALCS. He's a diehard baseball fan. And I need to withhold something from him. Maybe I withhold the parade just to regulate his emotions appropriately.
Okay, Nick, what about you?
I'll have to be here during that time.
I know, see?
By the time if I try and go down there, like take the streetcar or something, it's just going to be absolutely packed because it starts at like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.
A million people packed into the streets.
Yeah, Kevin in Black Diamond says, I took my son to the last parade. He was 8 years old. He was on my shoulders for about 2 hours. He will never forget it. I'm going to take him again this year.
Well, I would never forget
Kevin,
the back pain from that.
You're calling us. We are going to text you and we will want you to join us on Wednesday. For sure. Sophia, you're going to be here too.
I will also be here, yeah.
Okay, we're going to live vicariously through others. So text us because we want to touch base with those of you who will be going to the parade. And I say, for this, I would excuse my kid's absence. For sure. Okay, still ahead, we are going to talk about that halftime show. Gee's going to join us again. A lot of you are weighing in, but continue to do so. Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line is 888-973-5476, 888-973-KIRO.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks, KIRO Newsradio.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Parango and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
If society collapsed tomorrow, how long would your family last? If you run out of food, probably not very long. That's why over 3 million American families trust My Patriot Supply for preparedness. Right now, you can get their best-selling 3-month food kit for $100 off. It's 3 months worth of real, hearty meals that give you 2,000 calories a day and last up to 25 years. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com to get your 3-month kit for $100 off. The discount won't last long, so go to MyPatriotSupply.com today. That's MyPatriotSupply.com.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Join in on the conversation by sending a text to 888-973-5476. That's 888-973-KIRO.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-959-3388. That's 800-959-3388.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
For nearly 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me. John Curley here. Save up to $2,000 on new heating and cooling systems. Free consultation at homecomfortalliance.com. For comfort, call the comfort people. homecomfortalliance.com.
We're the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Peter King. Disappointing is how House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer describes Ghislaine Maxwell's video deposition from prison this morning. He says Jeffrey Epstein's longtime confidant refused to provide information about the convicted sex offender or anyone else, repeatedly invoking the Fifth Amendment.
We had many questions to ask about the crimes she and Epstein committed, as well as questions about potential co-conspirators.
CBS's Jake Rosen.
Maxwell's attorney said a couple of months ago that his client would plead the Fifth if she was not given some kind of immunity by the White House to go and do this kind of congressional testimony. She was also moved to a lower security prison, and Robert Garcia, who leads the Democratic coalition on this committee, said that he wants to find out answers to more of that and why she was moved to that prison after she met with Todd Blanche, who's the second in command at the Justice Department.
Lawmakers are getting a look at unreleased and unredacted versions of the Epstein files at the Justice Department right now. CBS's Scott McFarland says the sheer volume of documents makes it tough for them to find anything meaningful.
3 million pages of files have been released. We are still trying to make our way through those. Members of Congress can look at some of the other 3 million. But I think needle in a haystack is a charitable way of trying to describe what they're looking for or going to find.
A ransom deadline from somebody claiming to be holding 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie for more than a week is less than 4 hours away. It comes the day after Today host Savannah Guthrie and her siblings posted a second video responding to the ransom demand. CBS's Andres Gutierrez in Tucson.
We know that after the first couple of pleas, the person who allegedly wrote this message has not reached out to them. And so we'll see after this deadline what ends up happening.
With temporary funding set to run out for Homeland Security on Friday, Democrats say a more permanent solution is contingent on major changes at ICE. CBS's Natalie Brand on Capitol Hill.
While there's been bipartisan agreement around requiring body cameras, there's pushback to other proposed changes, such as prohibiting masks and tightening rules around warrants. The Trump administration has relied on administrative warrants signed by immigration officials, not judges.
The government's own numbers show the Trump administration's promise to concentrate on arresting mostly violent criminals has fallen well short. CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez.
An internal Department of Homeland Security document shows that a vast majority of the people arrested by ICE over the past year have not been charged with or convicted of a violent crime. Here are the numbers. Fewer than 14% of the nearly 400,000 undocumented immigrants arrested by ICE over the past year had charges or convictions for violent crime.
The Dow is down 50. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Seahawks parade coming up. We'll give you the details in just a moment. But first, your KIRO News Radio traffic. And again, we are pretty light for a Monday. Thank you, Seahawks game last night, for keeping everyone up late. The issues are I-5 southbound. We're slowing from Northgate into the Ship Canal Bridge area. That is because of that construction and some volumes that are left over. But the Linwood to Seattle travel time, not that bad. It's about 28 minutes. That is 10 minutes over the average, but not too bad for this time of day. Renton to Bellevue on 405 northbound has also hit some snags this morning. Right now, it's about 15 minutes, so that travel time is significantly reduced, and your speed limit drive all the way around the South Sound. This report brought to you by Simply Seattle. Get your championship gear at Simply Seattle, your go-to shop for Seahawks gear with both licensed and custom designs you will not find anywhere else. Celebrate the title with jerseys, shirts, hoodies, hats, and collectibles. Use code ESPN15 for 15% off your order at simplyseattle.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery, and they did it.
3, 2, 1, the Seahawks! They're bringing it home again.
Seahawks Super Bowl champions, heaven for fans who were there.
It's so exciting.
It's just like amazing feeling to be out here. It's been 12 years. It's been a minute, especially against the team that beat us last time.
We're so stoked. We flew up this morning. We knew we had a good shot. We played our game, and we're world champions.
And sending local businesses scrambling as just about anything blue and green has been flying off the shelves. Jake Smid with Simply Seattle tells KIRO 7 TV they'll have new Super Bowl swag on the shelves starting around noon today.
Well, we do all of our printing locally, so the 12s have already, smashed all of our projections, which is incredible to see. So we'll be printing, all day for the next probably week, just to keep up with everything. So it's been so fun.
They'll be bringing different designs in throughout the day and over the next week as they come in. The Seahawks Victory Parade is on Wednesday, starting with a trophy ceremony at Lumen Field at 10 a.m. You can find all the details on mynorthwest.com. Now that the U.S. government won't be making any new pennies, there is a proposal in Olympia to adjust cash transactions in our state. The plan would call for prices to be rounded up or down to the nearest nickel. Molly Poffenroff with the Washington Food Industry Association supports that idea.
Our stores have been short on pennies for several months through the holidays. It's been pretty concerning.
We're about halfway through the 60-day legislative session. Now let's get a check on weather. We are going to have steady rain breaking up to showers continuing in the afternoon, a high of 50 today. Dry tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 51. Same for Wednesday, Thursday. Next chance of rain is Friday. It's 44 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery with KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Here comes the blitz. May. Handy tries to throw. Ball comes out. Going the other way with it. Turning upfield. It's Ursula. And he scores. Touchdown. Seahawks. The Seahawks defense. They have done it again. Drake May tried to throw. He gets hammered. Nwosu comes up with the ball. He was my pick for defensive MVP in this game. And he takes that ball the distance.
And Steve Rabel gets my pick for broadcasting MVP. Oh my gosh, so wonderful to hear him, so happy, and to be able to say that the Seahawks are Super Bowl champs. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all recovering this morning. G is going to join us here in a second, but I've got Greg Tomlin in studio with me.
Holy catfish. MOB gets it done and the party rages on.
Yeah, Patricia on Mercer Island was asking, what is MOB? And we found out it's mission over bowl.
Bowl. Yeah, exactly right.
So the whole idea that this is a team that is really all about the team instead of individual star
Focuses
players.
on brotherhood over ego and drama.
Yes, I love it.
Eccentricities.
Okay, coming up at 10:30, we're going to hear from someone that we talked to on Friday. She had put this on the bucket list to go to the game, and we're going to talk to her. She also is a huge Brandi Carlile fan, and I want to know what y'all thought of their performances, in particular Brandi Carlile, who is Seattle's own. So we'll talk about that coming up at 10:30. But right now...
What's new at 10?
So with about 135 million Americans watching last night, the Super Bowl halftime performance by Bad Bunny was not just a concert, it really was a statement. So in case you were just eating snacks or, getting something to drink and didn't see it at all, he performed entirely in Spanish and turned the field into essentially Puerto Rico itself. So there was the opening scene, the sugarcane fields, the neighborhood scenes that celebrated everyday island life.
He then took us to La Casita, the same pink house from his Puerto Rican residency last year, where Jessica Alba, Cardi B, Karol G, and Pedro Pascal were all VIP.
Los declaro marido y mujer.
From there, it morphed into a real-life, legally binding wedding with quite the wedding singer. Lady Gaga singing a salsa version of Die With a Smile.
And the visuals did not shy away from politics either. There were power outages, displayed colonial history, migration, all woven into the show, which was about perseverance.
Bad Bunny brought out fellow Puerto Rican icon Ricky Martin.
Quieren quitarme el río y también la playa. God bless America!
And then closed out the show, shouting out every country across the Americas. Marching with all their flags in front of a jumbotron that read, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love."
And going into this really seemed to be one of the more controversial, if not the most controversial, halftime shows in a very long time, given where we are in this country today. So Gee is joining us again. Gee, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
What's happening?
Yeah. So I want to get your take real quick on the halftime show and from your vantage point.
Beautiful, incredible. I've never in my lifetime watched a performance where I didn't understand the words and it didn't matter. I mean, wait, one sec. Some of this new rap music, I don't understand the words either. Let me get back to the point. I've never been a part of that. I was so moved. And the stadium was, I don't know if the stadium was like me, but the stadium was rocking. There was the energy and you can follow along the story. Now, to give it, I didn't really have much context. I didn't understand, the little boy that had the Grammy. I just assumed, what I assumed that was a little boy, meaning that like maybe that was him.
Yes.
That was his dream.
That's what it was. Yes. That's exactly what it was. Yes. So it was supposed to be him as a young boy.
Well, and is there confirmation that young boy was the one that was?
No, it's not him.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So there had been speculation that the little boy was the same as the one who had been detained for a short time by ICE, but that turned out to be false.
Him.
Okay.
No, but it was, again, people are putting into it what they're thinking.
No, I mean, it's important to clarify. Yeah, exactly.
So, we had conversations about it. I mean, we talked about it last night. And the biggest takeaway from Bad Bunny is just how much controversy that was centered around him performing. And the question is, why? I'm not going to answer that. I don't want to answer that. But I was thinking about something. It's very interesting. Every time, because Ursula, I heard you say the politics of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do we want to label what happens as politics? Do we want to label the things that's happened to Puerto Rico, the resources that have been sucked dry there? Do you guys want to call it politics? You can.
Mm-hmm.
But I find this is the biggest thing that I find interesting is every single time there's trying to be positivity about a group in this country. When they said Black Lives Matter, what was the response?
All lives matter. Right.
When they said Black Lives Matter, another response was Blue Lives Matter. There's always this, wait, you can't try to advance? Well, take this. We're going to try to do that. And last night, during the halftime show, Bad Bunny was having a performance. Question, Was there any other performance happening? And why was there a performance happening? Why was there another performance happening? Can anybody answer that?
Well, I can, because there are folks who thought Bad Bunny is not okay. I mean, I'm going to quote them. He does not represent America, and I would argue that he does. I mean, Puerto Rico, if you understand, I mean, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. So, yes, it's very much a part. I mean, people were offended that he did this whole performance in Spanish. We're in America, they say. And, I mean, I see it on our text line. Why did he have to do it all in Spanish? Now, for people who didn't know what the themes were, because it's hard to absorb all that while you're trying to, talk to people, and you have all these distractions. But it was all about Puerto Rican cultural pride. It also was the celebration of Latin identity, which right now, many of them feel like they're under attack. It was a nod to colonial history. So there's a historic...
That's a little controversial.
Sure. Exactly. Resilience and resistance. And then also there was partying. And gee, that was all about the party tracks, the dancing, the community scenes. It's about joy in the form of resilience. It's like, despite all this, we still are finding joy. And also, at the very end, talking about unity across all the Americas, not just the United States of America, but all the Americas. And so, I mean, that was a very clear message as well.
Okay. And you're absolutely right. Nobody has told me why that there was a concert. You can have an opinion saying, hey, I don't like Bad Bunny. Hey, I don't think that this Bad Bunny, I can't understand all the language. You can have that opinion. Here's my question. Then why did you want to have a concert at the same time? Yeah. Because that has and is the strategy. Wait, I'm not done. Obamacare. What has been the response to Obamacare?
Concept of a plan? Is that what you're talking about?
Is anyone following along with this theme? There is always, anytime there is an attempt to have progress, an attempt to have positive motion, there seems to be a counter. My point is, if you want to do a concert, do a concert. That's awesome.
So
why do you have to do the concert at the same time as that concert? Because the plan is to, how can we draw negativity towards this? And the opposite happens. Here's the truth. The opposite happens. You can't stop progress. You can't stop change. And what ends up happening is for the people like myself, before the Grammys and before this, do you think I was a Bad Bunny fan?
No.
Do you think I knew who my daughter is a huge Bad Bunny fan.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Bad Bunny came to Seattle and she was like, Dad, I think this was a few years ago, I need to go see Bad Bunny. I'm like, hell no, these tickets too expensive. What am I talking about?
He's a much more of a global phenomenon than just
But let me tell you what I said. But I'm just, what I'm trying to say is this. If you have a plan to do something, do it. Don't make the plan counter to something. And that is the strategy that has been continuing on. There are people that use their platform yesterday. Instead of saying, hey, I like this, the Super Bowl, it's a big day, they wanted to talk about how Bad Bunny's a bad person. They wanted to talk about all these negative things. Why is it seems to be such a celebration of negativity, if you will? And so what ends up happening is Bad Bunny comes out, like the worst thing you could do is what you did yesterday. Because now you got a whole lot of people who were never Bad Bunny fans that are Bad Bunny fans right now.
Well, and let's be clear. I mean, Bad Bunny was not picked out of obscurity by the NFL. He's the most popular artist in the world now. He has 19 billion streams on Spotify, which is not a trivial number.
No,
okay,
that's right.
And you know me, guys. I think outrage to some degree is a bit oversold in this society. So I was generally trying to understand the naysayers and the contrarians when it came to the halftime show yesterday. So, like Ursula pointed out, the Super Bowl itself had about 130 million viewers. I believe at the time, in real time, the live stream of the TPUSA counter programming during halftime had about 5 million views.
6 million, maybe
5 or 6. I checked YouTube this morning.
Yeah.
It's about up to 20 million views now because people have since gone and watched it after the fact. And I'm generally in good faith trying to understand charitably why people would have tuned into that. As about 4% of the audience tuned out, right? I think it's this. In a country where around 80% of households speak only English, it was a bit frustrating to hear a halftime show performed solely in Spanish. If I were to distill the main criticism from some people in my orbit about the show, it was that. We didn't know what he was singing. I'm sure there are other naysayers out there who are more angry for bad reasons, more xenophobic reasons, or more even a racist perspective. But those weren't the people I were around yesterday. I was at a party where actually 2 TVs were going at the same time. And I think it would have been great had the NFL just put up subtitles on the screen during Bad Bunny's performance. I know I personally would have got more out of it that way, but I'm not outraged. I didn't rage watch Kid Rock as retribution for the affront to my mother tongue. And so... I don't know. Those are just some of my few thoughts on the subject. And again, subtitles I thought would have been nice. But again, I thought Bad Bunny crushed it. I thought generally, like, there was a wedding at the thing. So it was positive family values.
It was very...
There was booty shaking.
Positive.
There was booty shaking,
Yes.
but that's rather banal at this point. And yeah, I thought it was great, but I don't know. I'm a little torn over this one, and I try to understand both sides of the issue. And I just hate to see the Super Bowl turn into another vehicle for more fragmentation and more fracture. I mean, really, are we going to see a second and a third halftime show next year?
Yeah.
And for this group, and this group gets this halftime show. This was like the last thing that was holding Americans together.
The 6 million, Gee, that's even at being generous, 6 million tuning out.
That's a big audience.
I mean, that is a big audience, but compared to 130 million?
Yes.
I mean, clearly people were making a choice.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
You were talking about you want things to be easy for the people in your group and you guys around. You want the subtitles and you guys want things easier.
That was just me personally.
Yeah. That is you want things easier for you in this country, right? And I'm curious. I just want to know.
I just know 80% of households speak only English, and for 15, 18 minutes, just hearing only singing in Spanish, it would have been nice to go, oh, that's what they're singing about. Cool.
So.
But I'm not outraged. I'm not angry.
No. I'm not saying you're outraged, and I'm not outraged either. I just want to make this simple.
Yeah.
Since 1776.
Here we go.
Right. Since this country's been going on for 17, 18 minutes, it was a little rough for you guys. For 17, 18 minutes, we were all in this country reminded. You know what we were reminded of? That in this country, on this land, indigenous people were here first. So if we're talking about, you want to have a conversation about language, we want to have a conversation about what the majority of what people speak. We are a nation built on diversity. And guess what, everyone? I know you might be uncomfortable. It is okay to allow 17, 18 minutes of your life to be big sacrifice to hear a language that you understand. Hey, G. Scott, I'm just going to let you know, G, I know you speak English, but for 17, 18 minutes, you're going to hear something that you don't understand the language. Enjoy or not enjoy. Go get a hot dog. Go get a soda.
That's
Go
Seattle
do something
dog.
else. But I tell you this, but if you're inconvenienced, you can do something else.
Guess what, though, G?
Oh my goodness, I'm inconvenienced. I'm not outraged. I just wish they would have done just a little bit of this.
Greg's not alone, G. Greg's not alone.
I wish things have been fair in this country for many years. But you know what? A lot of people in this country have been inconvenienced.
Huh. Okay, so, everyone's making great points. Some folks are saying And our language is English. Most spoken language in the U.S., though, someone else is saying is Spanish. Again, it ends up, ultimately, it gets people talking. And there were people, Turning Point USA wanted to give an alternative show.
But here's it.
Go ahead, G. Go ahead. We've got a few seconds.
Here's the thing. We in this country, we have this whole thing about, there has to be alternatives to this. We keep doing that. That's the mistake. Sometimes it's not necessarily alternative. It is what it is for that moment. It was Black Lives Matter. You didn't have to have an All Lives Matter. We know all lives matter. And it's funny and interesting because the same people that said all lives matter today, when ICE is taking down kids and families, it's not all lives matter anymore.
Yeah.
You see, you pick and choose when all lives matter.
Right.
They either do or they don't. This whole alternative is why we're here in the first place. Guess what? There's no alternative to the Epstein files. There's no alternative to what's human decency, right? The alternative is the reason why this country is in shambles right now. But 17, 18 minutes of a Super Bowl, people being inconvenienced. I wish they would have had some closed captions.
Well, he's not alone. And as long as we live in
not alone. The same people in this country right now who aren't against the Epstein files. There's always alternatives. I know they're not alone.
Yeah. And as long as we live in a free country, there are going to be options that you might not like. And that's where we are. I hear you loud and clear, G. I hear you.
Okay, I'll come back for the next segment when we're ready to talk Super Bowl and everybody's not inconvenienced.
No, we hear you loud and clear.
It must be rough in this country to be inconvenienced.
We hear you loud and clear, G.
Sure. Only me in this media hears me loud and clear. See you guys at 11 o'clock.
Sounds good. Okay, coming up at 10:30, we are going to be rejoined by our Super Bowl super fan who did get a chance to go to the game. More of the Gee and Ursula Show coming up next.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks. KIRO Newsradio.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge. And Sammy does that for free, too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Let's talk about hockey. Don't you love a sport where it's almost fair game to throw off your gloves and bare knuckle it in that gray area? Hockey brings excitement, intensity, passion, often drinking. It's like a party with a puck. If you enjoy too many shots at the bar while watching slap shots on the ice, don't try to make a breakaway because the police won't just stonewall your goal. They're much more likely to throw you in that penalty box. And it won't be just a few minutes to think about what you did. Go ahead, enjoy cracking one open. Just don't overdo it. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com for your free private consultation. Hockey is one of the only sports where you can wrap around the goal and there's no out of bounds. But the roadway is a different story. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
1-800-DUI-AWAY! For seniors, the new year is a good time to reassess finances. If you're struggling with bills, our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage says a reverse mortgage may be a great way to ease your stress.
Seniors tell me all the time, we love our home, we'd love to stay here, but we just can't afford it anymore. A reverse mortgage lets you tap your home equity for tax-free cash to pay off your mortgage, pay off your debts, and maybe put some extra money in the bank. You've worked hard for that home equity. Now let your home work for you. And best of all, you'll have no mortgage payments the rest of your life.
And you always talk to a real person, not an AI robot.
That's right. You'll get a no-pressure consultation directly from me. Never a sales pitch and never an AI bot.
Honest advice you can trust from Best Mortgage, the reverse mortgage experts, the VA loan and debt consolidation experts too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Our local tax expert and advocate Greg Nunn understands the pressure that comes from owing money to the IRS. Don't let that pressure build. Call None Better Tax Resolution. From stress to success with IRS Solutions. Google NUNN. None Better Tax Resolution.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Jillian Raftery. 12s can join the Seahawks Super Bowl victory parade and trophy ceremony on Wednesday.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest, and the party begins at Levi Stadium and in Seattle, and it won't stop for days.
That's right. You'll need a ticket for the ceremony, 10 a.m. at Lumen Field, but anyone can watch the parade route along 4th Avenue. It starts at 4th Avenue South and South Washington Street and ends at 4th and Cedar in Belltown. You can find all the information on mynorthwest.com. Clint Kubiak will soon be the Seahawks' former offensive coordinator. After the game, he confirmed with the NFL Network that he's been poached to be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hell yeah, I'm going. Of course I'm going.
Kubiak will be the third coach in 3 seasons for the Raiders and the 5th full-time leader since they moved to Vegas in 2020, succeeding former Seahawks coach Pete Carroll. Still no news about Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today's Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie, who has been missing for over a week. Guthrie's children have sent out a couple of videos suggesting they are willing to work to win the release of the Tucson woman. The FBI and the Sheriff's Department are investigating. Ghislaine Maxwell appeared virtually for a House oversight hearing, but she pled the Fifth and would not answer any questions. Lawyers for the former girlfriend and confidant of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein let the committee know ahead of the hearing that's what she was going to do. Democratic California Representative Ro Khanna spoke to reporters about the fallout in the UK regarding one-time ambassador to the United States, Peter Mandelson.
Mandelson may bring down the whole government, from what I hear. He just engaged in
terrible behavior. I mean, the allegations are very serious that he was working for Gordon Brown and then feeding information about UK possibly buying euros and having Epstein trade on that. I mean, it is a deeply, deeply troubling.
There are calls for British Prime Minister Keir Starmer to step aside for his decision in 2024 to appoint Mendelsohn as the UK ambassador to the U.S. despite his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Now we're going to check your KIRO News Radio traffic, and we're still pretty light for this time of day. Just a little snag getting in and out of Seattle on north and southbound I-5, but at this point it's only costing you a couple of minutes, and the slowing on 405 northbound has gone away, leaving you a speed limit drive almost anywhere you want to go. This report brought to you by Seattle Sports. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. Rain throughout today, a high of 50, but we're going to stay dry Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with highs in the low 40s and overnight lows in the low 40s to high 30s. It's 46 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Gee is still in the Bay Area. Greg Tomlin is in, and we're calling an audible because I want to have
I like the football term. You see what you did there? You're calling an audible.
Yeah, but
jet sweep.
There was a lot of passion in that last discussion about the halftime show, and I don't feel like I fully heard. I want to hear how you handled it because you were in a home where you had, different TVs going on and people.
There was a bifurcated experience at our Super Bowl party.
So for those who did not watch the alternate programming.
Welcome to the Turning Point USA All-American Halftime Show. And this one's for you, Charlie.
And it was a deliberate counterpunch to the official performance. So a lot of country music, rock music, flags, faith, those were all seemingly the themes, right? And a clear message about culture and values and who they think the Super Bowl is really for.
But it's so confused and incoherent, Ursula. I mean, and furthermore, there is a little bit of a dog whistle saying this is the all-American halftime show, and what's the insinuation and subtext there? And I had some friends and family tune into the Kid Rock thing, and if that's what they want to do, great, more power to them, have fun. I was sort of torn, though, because part of me really wanted to have a conversation about it at the party I was at. And then the other part of me just said, hey, at this time in your life, be a peacemaker. And being a peacemaker in that moment was just letting everybody do what they want to do. So I checked in on the Bad Bunny show. I checked in on the Kid Rock show. And, my wife and I debrief later. That's my big cathartic thing is when my wife and I get home from something, we talk about it for an hour. But I've learned as I've gotten older that, forcing an issue in the moment is just not going to bring tranquility or goodwill between people, usually in this day and age when everything is so over the top, hotly debated. Everybody is ready for fisticuffs at the drop of a hat. Yeah. And so
I find that unfortunate too.
If people had a good time with either halftime show, I was okay with it yesterday.
So central to the show, though, was a tribute to the late Charlie Kirk, who was shot to death in Utah last year.
Because he founded TP USA.
Yes, exactly. And so I'm going to play a little excerpt. Country singer Brantley Gilbert brought up Kirk before his set.
And Charlie, he gave people microphones so they could say what was on their mind. This is what's on mine. I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
So Kid Rock then was the featured performer. I don't need to play back some of that.
My name is Kid. And then he lip synced for the next 5 minutes. I mean, the audio was so far off of what his lips were doing. It was striking, Ursula.
Well, first of all,
painful.
For people who don't know you really well, I mean, you are basically a lifelong conservative. Would you say, or moderate or libertarian?
No. Wait. Yeah. And nowadays I'm middle right, I would say.
Yes.
But I'm more principle over party, and I try to advocate for truth over tribe. Yes.
I love that. And you are also a musician and a great musician. I recently found out. So just musically speaking, how is the?
I prefer live music and people actually playing instruments and people actually singing into microphones, which was great about the actual Super Bowl with Brandi Carlile, who I think was really singing.
Oh my gosh!
The national anthem. I didn't know if that was lip synced or not.
No.
Yeah. Do you think that was real live performance?
Yes.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
He's an unbelievable talent, generally
really
speaking.
is.
And I think Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga were singing the real deal, too, which was really pleasing. Kid Rock, I mean, substance and style just don't work for me really on any level. And the fact that this is like the All-America Values show, I mean, study Kid Rock's lyrics for 2 seconds.
Yes.
I mean, the guy has some controversial things to say about his sexual escapades.
Right.
And, it's not exactly the family values show that a lot of people are expecting, I don't think.
I want to go back, though, to what you were saying. And we actually had quite a few people text in who also said, Aaron in Auburn says, I am anti-Trump, anti-ICE, I support immigrants, etc. But with that, I really struggled to relate or enjoy the halftime show that was almost all in Spanish. I just couldn't get into it knowing what was going on. So as entertainment that I can enjoy, not so much.
Yeah.
And I think I totally understood your point. I understood Gee's point, and he was very passionate about it. But I understand that for some people, it's not just about just that inconvenience, but also just talking purely about halftime shows.
Valid point. Yeah.
Maybe you would have understood it. Maybe more people would have understood it if there was some way to understand in the moment what were the themes, what were the...
Right.
But, I mean, that generally doesn't happen.
And Bad Bunny does not shy away from his political views. He won a big Grammy Award just about a week before and said ICE out. And so he doesn't shy away from getting into controversial issues. And I think that was a turnoff for a lot of people, too, seeing the biggest artist in the world who has clearly defined a progressive viewpoint. And they said, I don't want politics shoved down my throat. And there's a high probability he might convey political messages that I don't agree with. And the Super Bowl isn't a time for that. I can report back and say, some of the themes were about gentrification and colonialism during his halftime performance, but very minimal. And he said, God bless America at the end. And the American flag was leading the way in the parade at the end going out. And it was fairly big on pro-family values. So again, I think the outrage is oversold. I wish more people would have just given it a chance and tuned into it. Some of those millions of people that said, no, not for me, not today, I'm tuning into Kid Rock. Just give it a shot and see if your worst expectations are met. And I don't think they were. Yeah. And again, I didn't really have a horse in the race either way. I kind of watched both of them with a curious, objective eye. And I just went, hey, it's the biggest artist in the world. Of course, the NFL is going to reach out to him. And it was what it was.
Just visually speaking, I thought it was pretty spectacular, too.
It was. And, curious when we talked with Gee and with Luke about seeing it in stadium, because it was really a performance meant for television. It was meant for the 130 million viewers at home, because I've seen some social media videos of what it looked like in the stadium. Yeah. And a lot of the views are obstructed because he's there amidst, I don't know what, it was like trees and sugarcane and God knows what, and you couldn't really see that well, but it wasn't really meant for the tens of thousands of people there at Levi's Stadium.
Yes,
it was meant for us.
Exactly. Well, Liz in Gig Harbor says, I'm so disappointed to hear so much ranting about the halftime show. It takes away from celebrating the Seahawks win. Well, Liz, we hear you, and coming up at 10:47, we are going to talk to a super fan who was there, and it was a bucket list item, and she's going to share her experience with us coming up next on the Gee and Ursula Show with Greg Tomlin.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks. KIRO Newsradio.
Hey, it's Flo here to say drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice. With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with 0 investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit homecomfortalliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the Comfort People. Home Comfort Alliance.
I'm here with Wes Jones of sellwithwes.com. And Wes, you were just telling me you think 2026 is going to be a rebound year for the housing market.
That's right. I think we're heading into the best real estate market of the past 4 years. And here's why. If you take a step back and look at the big picture, experts are anticipating a 15% increase in sales volume next year. Interest rates are at near 3-year lows and trending down, and home prices have held near all-time highs. There is a lot of pent-up demand. People have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for their time to jump into the market since 2022, and they need a place to buy.
So, hey, 2026 might be your year. If you're considering selling your home, if you're thinking about moving, but there was something that was just holding you back, now might be a great time. So do this. Go to sellwithwes.com. You can see your home's real value there with Wes's home value calculator. Then schedule an appointment by giving him a call. Sellwithwes.com. Sellwithwes.com. It really just is a better way to sell your home.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than to tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
Landlords, things are changing. New laws, higher costs, less flexibility. Selling without a tax plan can be a very unpleasant surprise. John Curley here. Madrona Financial is hosting free in-person landlord workshops to help you understand your rental performance and how to sell tax efficiently. Workshops are Tuesday the 17th at 3 p.m. at UW-Tacoma and Wednesday the 18th at 3 p.m. at Bellevue College. Seats are limited. Reserve at madronafinancial.com or call 833-673-7373.
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
If you've been in an auto accident, you have the right to take your vehicle to any repair facility. Accurate Auto Body has been family owned and operated since 1994, and they work for you, not your insurance company. Your insurance company may not love them, but you will, because
We meet by accident, fixing every last bit. Accurate Auto Body.
It is 10:48, and we are celebrating our Super Bowl champion Seahawks after they beat the Patriots yesterday. And on Friday, we had a chance to talk to Beth Hartman, and she shared with all of us that she was going to go to the game. It was on her bucket list, and she was going to go to the game. And I'm happy to say that Beth joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. So talk to
Pinch
us.
me. I think I'm dreaming. I think I'm dreaming.
I love it. Okay, so for folks who didn't hear on Friday, you and your boyfriend Neil decided you were going to go to the game. And so tell us about your experience from the moment you walked into the stadium.
Okay, so first of all, this is a place that knows how to do an event like this because it was seamless from we drove to the train station. It was $5 to park for the entire time. Got on the train. There were like 50 people directing everyone on how to buy their ticket, where to go. We get to the stadium. They had it really well organized with the line. They actually let us in before gates because they were all ready. And we walked in, and it was like a carnival atmosphere. I mean, just everybody happy together. The Patriots fans were on one section, and they had their own party going on. The Seahawks fans, they had different booths. It was just absolutely incredible, and everybody was in a good mood. I mean, the sun was shining. It was great. And I'd never been to that stadium before, but the way it was organized, the directionals, and you could tell the staff there was like really into it too, which of course working a Super Bowl would be like a dream. But we got to our seats. Our seats were high up, but they were in a good sight line. And when we first sat in our section, there were a lot of Patriots fans in our section, which was fine. But directly in front of us, there were two Patriots, and then our entire row behind them was Seahawks. And so once we sat there, I said to the guys in front of us, we're going to get super loud, and I have some earplugs. I think you might want to wear them. And they just looked at me
Look at
like,
you looking out for your neighbors.
Why would we need earplugs? And I said, you're going to have to trust me on this. You're going to need earplugs. And like halfway through the game, they turned to me and gave me a thumbs up, and they were like, oh, my God. Like,
That's amazing.
Because we were the crowd was, and the chants of Seahawks were just everywhere. I would say, just in my estimation, it was probably like 75% Hawks fans there.
Whoa. So Beth, Greg Tomlin here. A bucket list kind of experience like this, was it something that met expectations, surpassed expectations? And were you solely focused on the game, or did you get kind of an experience of the broader event, including the halftime show, the pre-event festivities, and so on and so forth?
So absolutely it was, the game. I'm a huge Hawks fan, but just the majesty and the pageantry and the idea of going and experiencing that. And from start to finish, every musical act I thought was just incredible. That halftime show with the way that they put it together was fascinating, like watching it roll out onto the field. And then I have to say, up on the Jumbotron, when it was the only thing more powerful than hate is love, I burst into tears, and like everybody in the back row was crying. It was just such a powerful experience, everything from start to finish. I don't know if I'd want to go to another one because it was a lot, but it just, I did not hear one argument. It was really kind of crazy. It was like a magical land or something where...
Oh, that's...
land. I love it.
That is so cool. Okay, so Beth, talk about, though, for people who didn't hear you on Friday, why was it so important for you to be here at the game? And we all know it's an expensive proposition, but it was really important for you guys to be there.
Well, it was really important, of course, as Hawks fans, but for me, because I work at the stadium, and I worked there for 10 years, and I have such a relationship with the fans in that section. And I think saying that we're 12, it doesn't even begin to describe what it means when you're a fan. I feel like our team kind of has always been a little bit underrated. West Coast teams in particular tend to get less attention because our games are on later. You know, it's just different. It seems like always East Coast teams are talked about more. You know, Sam Darnold wasn't really talked about more. It's like all of a sudden he showed up out of nowhere and they were surprised we were in the Super Bowl when, you know, we knew it all along. But it was just the idea that, you know, the Super Bowl was going to be close by, relatively easy to get to. You know, tickets were expensive, but I hadn't paid for any games because I've gone to games for 10 years. And so it was like, it just felt like if there's a time to do it, this is the time to do it. And I really knew we were going to win.
Beth, in terms of you said you really know we were going to win. In terms of the flow of the game and being at the stadium, what was the most nerve-wracking moment? Was it at the very beginning? Was it sort of towards the end when it looked like the New England Patriots might be kind of finding a bit of a rhythm? Or was it kind of never in doubt? Was that the feeling of most 12s in the stadium and you yourself?
No, we were all nervous.
The whole time, no matter what.
I think, of course, we were positive. You know, we felt like we were going to win. But I would say when we were 12-0, I thought, I wish the game could end right now because that would be, first of all, so perfect. But that is the point when I finally said, you know what, I think we're going to be okay. I think, you know, even though they did have their little bit of a comeback, you could feel that the momentum was just building and building and building in our favor. And you could watch their team too. Like you could kind of see it in their players, like they knew that we were going to win.
I know. And Beth, I want to just share with our audience that before the game, you sent me pictures of your earrings that you were wearing. I think you were a big reason for the win. Those were some lucky earrings.
So, yeah, I think I was telling you Friday that ever since I've worked at the stadium, I had this kind of ritual. I am very superstitious, but I would wear a pair of earrings, and if we won, I could wear them the next game. And if we didn't win, I'd have to switch them out and wear a different pair, and then, you know, so on and so on. But this pair now had 9 wins,
That's
a
awesome.
9-win run. So.
Fantastic. Well, I'm so glad you were able to enjoy the game in person. Beth, appreciate you joining us here. Go Hawks. Super Bowl champs.
Go Hawks. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Okay, still ahead, lots more of the Gee and Ursula Show. Gee is going to join us again, and we are going to talk about some of those commercials, too. So we have a lot to say about that.
A lot
and
of
more.
artificial intelligence involved in some of those ads.
And which one stood out to you? Text us. Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
I saw her texting, coming up to a stop sign. And so I saw the accident coming and she T-boned us.
In the blink of an eye, Crystal's life changed when she suffered a severe spinal injury.
The pain was something I had never experienced before in my neck. I got massage therapy. I saw a chiropractor. I was prescribed muscle relaxers so I could sleep. I got depressed. Nothing was relieving the pain.
Drugs, sleepless nights, and depression. Sound familiar? I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist. At Sound Pain Solutions, our treatments include high-dose laser combined with spinal decompression and other comprehensive therapies to rehabilitate damaged discs. We use treatments that are non-surgical, FDA-cleared, drug and pain-free.
I was able to get off my pain medicines and I was able to sleep through the night, and that was what I was desperate for.
To learn if you're a candidate for our treatment, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. TurboTax helps you get your biggest refund, and then Credit Karma helps you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. See country star Aaron Lewis and the Stateliners. Country boy. At Muckleshoot Casino Resort, March 24th at 8 p.m. And now an added show on March 25th. He's a multi-platinum artist whose raw lyrics and powerhouse vocals have captivated fans for decades. Willing to bleed, but take a bullet. Now he and his band, the Stateliners, are coming to Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Get your tickets now to see Aaron Lewis at muckleshootcasino.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
We're the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Former Jeffrey Epstein companion and confidant Ghislaine Maxwell invoked her Fifth Amendment rights to avoid answering questions from House lawmakers today. CBS's Jake Rosen is following.
She did not answer questions from both Republicans and Democrats on the committee today, and her attorney, David Marcus, read out loud this statement that we have at CBS, essentially saying that in order for her to talk at all and provide any new details about whether it's President Trump or former President Clinton or others, that there would have to be some granting of a pardon or clemency to his client.
She's serving a 20-year sentence at a Texas prison camp. Some lawmakers getting a look at some of the unredacted Epstein files at the Justice Department. Nicole Killian reports.
Lawmakers want to take a deeper dive and a deeper look into these documents to the best extent possible, particularly to see whether or not any other individuals may be implicated in this whose names may have been redacted. So this is an opportunity for them to go. They cannot really take any materials in with them as they review these documents. They can only take notes, no electronic devices or equipment. So this really is an opportunity to kind of see some of those elements that weren't redacted to try to get a better understanding of what's contained in these files.
The search continues for the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, with an apparent deadline approaching this afternoon from what appears to be a ransom note. CBS's Andres Gutierrez has that.
There has been no proof of life so far. There's also no apparent way of getting a hold of whoever wrote these messages, but the Guthrie family is taking it very seriously, which is why they have issued that third emotional plea on Saturday evening. They are saying that they're willing to pay the ransom.
There was an increased police presence at Nancy Guthrie's house over the weekend. Nurses at 2 major hospital systems in New York City have reached a deal to end a strike over staffing levels and other issues. Hospitals have been struggling to hire temporary nurses during a demanding flu season. Reporter Marla Diamond has more.
The nurses union says the deals include 12% raises over 3 years, keeps the nurses' health benefits intact, and maintains and enforces safe staffing levels. Voting begins today with ratification expected Wednesday.
Air Canada says it's suspending service to Cuba due to a lack of fuel there. It says aviation fuel won't be available at the island's airports as of tomorrow. It is sending empty flights to Cuba to bring home those already there. The U.S. military says
Follow and listen to CBS Mornings on the go on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A week of celebration underway for your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. More on that in just a moment. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. We do have the slowing on I-5 because of the ongoing work on the Ship Canal Bridge this morning. And at last check, we had a stalled vehicle I-90 eastbound just west of SR 900 in Issaquah. That one was blocking the right lane. This traffic report brought to you by Home Comfort Alliance. For nearly 50 years, 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance. Right now, save up to $2,000 on new heating and cooling systems. Call the comfort people. HomeComfortAlliance.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lindsay. The 12s are celebrating their world champion Seattle Seahawks. They took out the Patriots in Super Bowl 60 last night, 29-13. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey was there.
The 12s here tell me this win means more to them than any fan anywhere will know.
To beat the Patriots, especially in the 49ers stadium, it means everything. To me personally, it means everything.
I'm here with my son. How can it get any better than that? Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
And the Seahawks will hold their victory parade on Wednesday, starting with the trophy presentation at 10 a.m. at Lumen Field. First event is open to the public, but you do need a ticket. There is a link on mynorthwest.com. You don't need a ticket for the parade itself. It starts at 4th Avenue and South Washington Street in Pioneer Square. Because there are no more pennies being made in this country, there's a proposal now to have cash transactions rounded up or down to the nearest nickel. Amber Carter's with the Washington Retail Association and is in favor of that bill.
The country is short on pennies, and I know some of you may think that the federal government is done making sense.
And it is expected to have a hearing this afternoon. State senators are discussing the so-called millionaires tax this morning. It is in executive session in the Senate Ways and Means Committee. That hearing is underway at this hour. A new lawsuit claims guards at the Tacoma Immigration Detention Center showed recruits a video of a detainee being beaten. News Tribune reports the video was used to demonstrate how to teach a lesson to those in custody. The suit filed last week in Pierce County says guards physically or sexually assaulted 3 current or former detainees at the Northwest ICE Processing Center. It names the for-profit company that runs the facility, Geo Group, along with 2 guards. Geo Group did not respond to requests for comment. Your weather forecast now is calling for showers this afternoon. High of about 50 degrees. Tomorrow we're looking for sunshine, a high of 51. Partly cloudy on Wednesday for the parade, right around 50 once again, and then cloudy early on Thursday, but later in the day. Partly sunny skies expected with a high of 51 degrees. Gray skies, 46 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Sam stops, looks, throws, got a man wide open. Touchdown, Seahawks! It is A.J. Barner. He could not wait to get out of that hotel. Talked to him yesterday. He said, I got to go hit somebody. A.J., how about catching a touchdown, too? He does from 16 out. His 4th. A.J. Barner on a perfect pass. Darnold, we have seen him throw that before.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show, day after the Super Bowl, and the Seahawks now world champions, Super Bowl champs. Greg Tomlin is in studio with me. Gee is still in San Francisco, and he's going to join us in a second. But just in a word, how are you feeling this morning?
The word jubilation comes to mind.
Yes.
Elation. I just feel all the warm fuzzies, Ursula. It's a great day to be a member of 12 Nation.
Absolutely. And the person I haven't heard from yet who is providing us all these great opens is Nick. And Nick, you are a huge fan.
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you feeling
I
this
had
morning?
a few friends over last night, and we were just going crazy, yelling in my house, giving claps. And then around my neighborhood in Covington, there are so many people that have fireworks, and there's like a cannon like right across from my street, and it was just incredible.
I heard so many fireworks last night.
I know. Well, it's fireworks. And then I was watching KIRO 7 TV last night and saw how they had some reporters downtown and around Pioneer Square. And I was like hoping and praying, please, no.
And there was no
don't do any.
no cars turned over.
I know, exactly. I was like, you know how some cities do some crazy stuff. And I was like, oh, please. No.
I saw one guy climb a lamppost that was like 20 feet high.
On Pioneer Square, yeah.
And
I
I
gotta
thought,
grease those things.
Candidate for the Darwin Awards here coming up
I know.
quick.
We don't want that either. Okay, coming up at 11:30, we have Agree to Disagree. But we want to get right into this hour because Gee is going to join us, and he has some exclusive content that you're going to hear here first.
Top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
So, Gee, I want to ask you right off the bat, how are you feeling this morning? I mean, you were partying all night.
You know, it's interesting you talked about the partying because I wasn't partying. Like if you look at my social media clips, you'll see last night. Shout out to Patrick because Patrick was doing editing.
Yes,
last night
you were working.
We was working.
Yeah,
we was working. I had Topo Chico. I had sparkling water. I know for the Seahawks party they had Ludacris playing. And they had T-Pain, and it was great. It was awesome. It was a great party.
But you couldn't take part.
I'm back in the back. I'm editing. I'm sending stuff out.
Yeah.
You got to be working. So, but anyway, I'm not exhausted yet, but I'm already thinking about my couch. And if I'm betting right, I should be on my couch at about 5:30 p.m. today.
Okay, good. I'm counting on that for you as well because you've had quite the few days. Okay, so the Seahawks win. At any point in time in the game, did you think, okay, this is going to be way closer than we originally thought? Because we thought they were going to dominate. Or maybe the rest of us did. You didn't.
No. And I told you earlier on that I was really excited and confident by the way that Kenneth Walker III, the way he played. But where I thought it was going to be close is that even though he was playing so dominant, Sam Darnold wasn't having his best game. And because of that, we were counting on the field goal kicker, right? So boom, it's 3-0. Then it's 6-0, right? Then they scored, and I'm like, man, at any point it could turn. So I was a little scared, a little nervous because anything can happen. And I think we all learned the last time in Super Bowl 49, never say it's over till it's over.
This is so true.
There was a moment with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I don't know if you remember this, G, but the Seahawks were up 19-7, and New England was starting to get a little momentum. They were on their own 44-yard line, and even the announcers on the national broadcast, Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth, were hinting at the possibility of the game flow kind of shifting a little bit, and the anxiety started to creep in for me, and I thought, I've seen this play before where we get out to a lead, and then all of a sudden things start to fall apart. But then the most glorious thing happened on the next play, and you know what it was, right?
Chinonoosa.
It was a pick, and it was this glorious feeling came over me like a warm blanket, like it's all happening. Okay, nothing to worry about here.
And I think that was the feeling in the stadium. I think it was the feeling on the Seahawks sideline. That was it. That was the dagger. That was a pick six to the house for a touchdown. Game over.
Okay, I need to ask y'all because I saw some people kind of lamenting. Now, not Seahawks fans, because all of us here in the Pacific Northwest, we obviously are so invested in this. If you're a football fan, invested in our team, and so we think this Super Bowl is great. Do you think the average viewer or listener would have thought that this is one of the better Super Bowls, or was it boring?
I was having the same thought because I was totally invested in it because
Boring.
these are my hometown heroes. And like G says, yeah, I mean, field goals for like the first 3 quarters, little to no offense from the New England Patriots. Yeah. What do you think, G? Total bore for most of the national audience?
We're having some issues with audio. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but
We're still having some issues.
I think it was boring.
You thought it was boring. Okay. So let's go into some of the exciting things that were happening. Were some interviews you did. One of them, we actually have some audio with Cooper Kupp you sent us. Tell us about that.
Here's Cooper Kupp talking about the cohesiveness of the team and the culture of the team. So go ahead and play that clip.
He did this a lot. He's like, I want a team that's going to be together. And so for him, I think, one of the coolest things we did this year was a walker. Every 4 weeks, we would take an hour our meeting time. We'd meet within small groups, break out, and we'd have these conversations with guys and just talk. Some of it was football, some of it was life, and it was getting to know each other. You know, see how people saw the game, how people saw life, how people reacted to adversity, maybe adversity that they've been going through. And it was so cool to be able to learn your teammates and be able to go through those moments with them, and then just be able to speak into people's lives and even get to get an opportunity to just have a platform. And Mike put a priority in that on us being able to know our teammates and not just know their names or where they play football at, but know their families, know what they've gone through and where they really come from.
And I love what he said there, and he's referencing Coach Mike McDonald. If you could encapsulate what is the coach's, obviously, what is his philosophy when it comes to team culture and how that spreads to the rest of the players?
Worry about what's inside of their own building.
What's happening inside their own building. Gee, we're getting only bits and pieces of what you're saying, but
I think the 3 words are mission over bowl. I mean, talk to any successful CEO, any successful superintendent, any successful coach at any level. It's all about culture. Culture first. It's what matters most. It's what paramount, and everything is downstream of that. And excellence comes in performance through an excellent culture. And what I loved about this team is that you didn't sense that any one player wanted to garner too much glory or attention for himself. It was always about the main objective of the team, keeping the main thing, and that is we are out for a Super Bowl, but we're doing it together. I don't need to draw unnecessary attention to myself with too much panache or vainglory. At the end of the day, it was we're in this for titles, and we do this. We act together as one. And that's one thing I was truly struck by is just the business-like effort that Super Bowl was yesterday. There wasn't a lot of high drama. There wasn't a lot. I mean, there was a pick six late in the game and stuff, but it was just people, player after player, lineman after lineman, receiver after receiver, taking care of business. And I just love that about it. It wasn't sexy. Yeah. It wasn't heroics late in the game. And when you, against all odds, it was like, no. We're just going to go perform at the highest level possible. We all have mutual respect for each other as teammates. And I just couldn't get enough of it, at the end of the day.
Now, G, do we still have you?
I'm still here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We're sounding. I'm going to take you as much as we can. It just kind of comes in and out. So if we bounce away from you, it's just because we're having some technical issues. But I want to talk about. I heard someone say that there's a little bit of melancholy after this victory too, because the players know, and some of the coaches know that this team is not going to stay intact through the offseason. Can you talk about that?
Nobody, not one person talked about the offseason. And I will talk about that. The Seahawks are in a great situation. The Seahawks are in a situation where, number one, they're coming off a Super Bowl, but number two, you have Sam Darnold, who's locked up, who has, the salary in which he makes is very favorable for a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You have Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's still here. There's a lot of players. This team, I'll tell you, Ursula, this team reminds me of the 2012 Seahawks. The team that didn't make it to the Super Bowl, they were that close. And then in the next season, everybody knew they'd be dominant. I think this team will be better next year than they were this year.
Really?
That's a bold prediction.
Well, and the reason why I'm making that prediction is because look at the way this team played the second half of the season. Look at the way this team played their last 5 games before the Super Bowl. Remember, they played the Rams, the Carolina Panthers, the Niners, then the Niners again, and then the Rams. And then, of course, they play in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. The Seahawks will be better next year. I mean, this will be year 3 for Sam Darnold.
Right.
Let me ask this. How were you guys in year 2 of your job? Did you win the Super Bowl?
No, and that's what's so remarkable, too, about Coach McDonald's second year in, and he already takes them to the Super Bowl. But the person I heard quoted, I think, was Cooper Kupp, actually. And, I mean, Kubiak is not going to be the offensive coordinator, right? So they're going to lose that person. How about Kenneth Walker III? I mean, does he come back?
He's an unrestricted free agent. And does Kenneth Walker, they make sure you bring him back. Yes. Yes.
For
He's
a pretty
Super
penny.
Bowl Hey, Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, and another thing too, we have to give a lot of credit to John Schneider. John Schneider, this is his second Super Bowl win. John Schneider was here when the team was built, and he was here after it kind of went down. So I'm quite sure he knows all of the pitfalls that happened from winning at that moment, is prepared for that moment as well. And another thing, there's so many stories that are out there that talked about what the LOB team, how many, maybe they could have won a few more if they would have just stayed together.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So we got a team that's going to stay relatively, you think, intact, if not almost entirely intact.
I hope so.
Okay. Well, you had another couple of interviews. You spoke with JSN after the game.
Yeah. Yeah. So early after the game, we went back to Jackson's. He had a house out here, and we went out there, and we all had the family were over there. And so I said I was going to probably have him come into the studio this week to come on the reset. And I thought, well, you know what? Let me just capture the moment right now. And so this is the time that he was giving speeches out to the whole family. So I took this time to ask what he felt about the moment.
The Super Bowl chair. Man. First of all, does it feel better than you thought it would?
Man, it does. It does, honestly. There's no feeling. I couldn't have guessed or dreamed of a feeling like this. Just is a once-in-a-lifetime feeling.
What does it mean to bring another Super Bowl championship to the city of Seattle?
It means everything. I think Seattle, me and Seattle, we got the same personality. We like to pop out when it pop out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We stay low when we need to stay low. And, for me and our team to bring this back to the city means everything.
Your team, man, you guys relied on each other, man, and you got it done. You're a champion. You're a Super Bowl champion. Yeah. You turned 24. You're 23 years old. Your birthday, Valentine's Day, man. What kind of birthday is this for you, man?
Man, we celebrating. Hey, Red Relay, we gotta celebrate it. We can't take this for granted, Dad. Yeah. It's a blessing the Lord has given us today. Yeah. And today we are Super Bowl champions.
Last thing, you know what I want you to say?
We're the best in the world.
I love that, G. Okay, just for people who didn't see the visual on YouTube, he couldn't be hugging you any tighter.
Well, in fairness, like I was saying, it was an emotional moment off the camera with everybody saying how grateful they were for each other. It was pretty cool just to see Jackson's support system standing there and to see Jackson acknowledge to his support system how important they are for the reason why he's a Super Bowl champ today. So that was cool. So yeah, it was a little huggy around.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so because I've been promising everybody, I mean, you guys are getting exclusive content. Okay, what did you witness yesterday that no one else is going to see, and our Gee and Ursula Show listeners are going to hear that they didn't know about?
What didn't they know about?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
not even
I
just during the game, but after the game.
Oh, I just gave you that one thing. Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that we stood around and the speeches were happening. So nobody
I love
knew that. I told you about T-Pain in that performance. I told you about Ludacris.
Yes.
Ludacris in that performance.
Okay, where was this held? Where did that happen?
That was over at the convention center here in San Jose.
Ah.
So,
I can't believe it. Sorry, you mentioned T-Pain. I had to go there.
Yeah. But for Ursula, for the most part, anything that happened, there's cameras and stuff everywhere. So everything is up.
Yes.
And on up and up. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, I don't mean, I wasn't talking about anything sinister.
Gee, I had a great time following your socials, KIRO Radio socials. You spoke to so many of the main cast of characters here in this Seahawks Super Bowl victory. Who was the most captivating person to talk to off the field, apart from the game that they play on the field? And who surprised you most in terms of either Seahawks staff or players? Who's the most fun to talk to?
The comedian Adam Ray.
Adam Ray.
Yeah, I interviewed him, and through his comedic geniuses, he's a comedic genius, but through his comedy, I can hear two things. One, how motivated and driven he is. So that really stood out to me, right? Because he was telling stories about how, he thought he had a break that happened in 2007, and then in 2007 he didn't get another phone call for like 7 years, and was what he went through during that time. Because most people think, oh, they'll just give up, and I think what I got out of that interview was, and as a matter of fact, I was going to talk about this today. What I got out of that interview is that, you know what, time sometimes is protection, and when I say time is protection, sometimes you're not supposed to get what you think you should get right now, because if you got it all at once, it would crush you. And then over time, when you're ready, then what's supposed to come to you will come to you. And I think the conversation with Adam Ray is if he would have been successful right away back then, it would have crushed him. And now he has huge success today because he just kept going. And he got that success because success came, but more importantly, he was ready for it. So I would say, out of everybody I talked to, I was really surprised about Adam Ray, and it makes sense why he's successful.
And he's a comedian and actor who's a devoted Seahawks fan, I take it.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. Boom. And you can watch that on Reset? That interview?
All my socials. You guys go to G Scott Senior everywhere, the Reset, you go everywhere. You see it all. You see a whole week's worth.
Awesome.
You see it all.
Thank you, G.
All right, guys. Headed to the airport. See
you tomorrow. Okay, agree to disagree coming up next. This is the Gee and Ursula Show.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks. KIRO News Radio.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the roads you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included in every tire we sell. It's more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's all about you getting more from less. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com.
For almost 50 years, over 90,000 homeowners have trusted Home Comfort Alliance, including me, John Curley here. If comfort and energy savings matter to you, now is the time. Save up to $2,000 on a new Lennox heating and cooling system. Home Comfort Alliance will replace your system with one tailored to your home's layout and energy optimization. Visit homecomfortalliance.com to save up to $2,000 on a Lennox and schedule a free consultation. For heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call the comfort people. Home Comfort Alliance.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive Home and Auto Bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 3/22/26. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
I'm worried.
About what?
Water.
Oh?
Hot water, if you really want to know.
Water heater worries?
Worried it's wearing down.
Running out?
The hot doesn't last like it used to.
So you're...
worried.
I got a guaranteed fix.
Let me guess. A new water heater.
Right, but...
that's what worries me.
Well, worry no more.
Why?
What you need is an Apollo Plumbing water heater.
Because?
We include Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Wrenchie's what?
Worry-free warranty.
Which means?
When it wears out, we replace it.
No extra charge.
As an A-List Club member, you're covered for life.
For life?
For as long as you're an A-List member. You get annual life-extending water heater flushes included.
So it lasts longer.
Right.
And when it needs replacement,
you're covered.
With no worries.
Because it's Wrenchie's
worry-free warranty.
What else would you expect from the Ready Right Now plumbers?
Apollo Plumbing.
Home of Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
What about tankless ones?
Worry-free too.
Gotta love that Wrenchie.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
I had pain, I had numbness in my feet. That pain and that numbness just got worse and worse and worse as time went on.
This is Greg describing life with neuropathy.
I went to 5 podiatrists, tried different treatments, tried different orthotics, tried different shoes, had cortisone shots in the tops and the bottoms of my feet. Saw a neurologist. All my medical doctors said, can't help you. Live with the pain. You're not going to be able to sleep. This is your life. And then I just gave up until I found Sound Pain Solutions.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. Our neuropathy treatments can rehabilitate damaged nerves. We use FDA-cleared, non-surgical, drug and pain-free procedures that help neuropathy sufferers like Greg find relief.
I feel better. I mean, just feeling better is huge.
If you experience numbness, shooting or burning pains, or loss of balance, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's Cars with a K.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Frank Lenzi, bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Seattle. Seahawks owner Jody Allen giving a nod to the fans.
I have to thank all the 12s
that are here with us. All the 12s at watch parties everywhere, and all the 12s around the world.
The Hawks will celebrate their Super Bowl 60 victory with a parade in downtown Seattle on Wednesday. KIRO News Radio will be there. Meanwhile, the rumors had been swirling. Now Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak confirms it to the NFL Network.
You guys know I'm going to Las Vegas, so I'm fired up about it.
Yeah, it's official. He's been hired away by the Raiders. Sources say Kubiak and the Raiders had been working toward finalizing agreement a week ago for him to take their head coaching job. And again, it is now official. 3 people shot to death in Olympia Saturday morning. People calling 911 reporting gunfire at a nearby home, as we hear from KIRO News Radio's James Lynch.
The first 911 calls started coming in just before 10:30. Sounds of an argument, then gunfire at a home near 19th Court Northwest and East End Street. Lieutenant Paul Lohr is with Olympia Police.
When officers arrived on scene, they found 3 people deceased at the scene with apparent gunshot wounds, one adult male and 2 adult females.
Lieutenant Lohr says all indications are this was a double murder-suicide. He says there is no ongoing threat to the community. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Police need your help to find a woman who disappeared in Seattle on February 1st. 38-year-old Wanda Rowan was last seen near 4th Avenue and South Michigan Street around noon that day. Disappearance triggered a missing Indigenous person alert from the Washington State Patrol. We have her picture up at mynorthwest.com. On Wall Street right now, the Dow up 62 points, the NASDAQ up 267, and the S&P is up 47 points. KIRO News Radio traffic. We do have some heavy traffic on I-5 downtown and in the Northgate South Center stretches as well. 90's moving, they're a little slowing, approaching Mercer Island and as you head west into Seattle, but no big incidents blocking, and there are some crowded streets in downtown downtown Seattle at this hour. Your weather forecast is calling for steady rain this afternoon, a high around 50 degrees, sunshine and 51 on Tuesday, Wednesday, partly cloudy and 50, and more clouds on Thursday morning, but partly sunny skies later in the day with a high of 51 degrees. Right now, 47 in downtown Seattle. I'm Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
It is 11:34, and you are listening to the Gee and Ursula Show. Gee is still in San Francisco. Greg Tomlin is here, and we are just enjoying the day. We are basking in the glory of being Super Bowl champs.
Savor it.
Yes. And it is time for us to agree to disagree, brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves and just really go at it.
All right, well, for Agree to Disagree today, we got to talk about the ads. Every year, they are a point of controversy, and they're a bit of a Super Bowl of themselves, right? And with plenty of celebrity cameos, an emotional moments, an uncanny number of ads centered on AI. There was something for everyone, but some people are starting to feel that ads are losing their quality as years go by. And I know you both have some of your favorite moments, and we can play those when you're ready. But my question for you is, do you think advertisers kept up to the coveted spot, or were millions of dollars wasted on a mediocre row of advertisements?
I'm going to let our guest host, Greg, start.
I mean, they're always a bit hit or miss for me. The thing you don't want is just something that garners a response of a few grins from your viewing audience. You either want people to love it or hate it, but either way, it makes an impression. So one of the ads that I hated was by Coinbase. I don't know why Backstreet Boys seem to be ubiquitous in 2026. I think they have a residency at the Sphere going on in Vegas.
Well, they're making a comeback. It's like what's old is new again.
They want it that way, and they're going to get it
nostalgia.
That way. That was a lyrics reference, by the way. But Coinbase featured a Backstreet Boys song in what looked like a karaoke presentation. It was really cool. There was no context. It just looked like the whole nation was prompted to sing karaoke.
And you were singing along.
My whole party was singing along.
Okay.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Yes.
And we were following along and going, what is this going to be an ad for? And everybody was kind of shaking their hips a little bit and, okay, going after it. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. And then the last lyric is like,
It's
Coinbase.
It goes like, you're like ready for the Backstreet Boys, and it goes Coinbase crypto, and you're like,
it was a crypto ad.
Okay, but guess what?
We're talking about it.
It's the first thing we're talking about when I
Yes.
talked about ads.
So effective.
How effective was that one?
Okay, so maybe it's one I love to hate. By far the best ad, in my view, was the Marshawn Lynch ad right after the guys won the game.
I ain't gonna hold you. Bitter really is an acquired taste. That's how you know it's not for everybody. But the real ones know.
Is that Kenny G in the background, by the way?
I think so. Very Seattle.
Marshawn's holding
Come
a
on.
cup of coffee, and they could have only aired this ad had the Seahawks won because it was about the bitter and getting back on top, basically.
Flavor is. When you get to the bottom of that mug, when there ain't nothing left but that grit, that's where you really appreciate that grind. Because nothing tastes as good as getting your leg back.
Okay.
Tastes good, don't it?
Tastes good, don't it, Ursula? It does taste good.
That was brilliant.
Nike,
but obviously,
brilliant.
And I think Nike often does such a great job. The other one that I heard a lot of people talking about is Bud Light. I missed it. I didn't see it this time. The first commercial to get my attention this time around was this one.
Before the movie, a much better version of Good Will Hunting was made as a sitcom with a real genius in the lead and some other actors.
I'm looking and going, is that Ben Affleck?
the Munchkins in the Fibonacci sequence? I got
George
a genius
Costanza?
microphone.
He's such a genius, then why'd he put ice in his coffee, huh?
Come on, Chucky. I'm just Will Hunting.
Yeah, so it turns out it's Dunkin' Donuts, but there are all these cameos and
De-aging technology on all their faces.
Suddenly they look really young again.
It looked like some weird, disconcerting AI presentation, but you love this one? Or
Well, again, it did what it's. If you're going to spend $10 million for 30 seconds.
How much did they have to pay each actor in that? There was Jennifer Aniston. There
Yes.
was Joey from Friends. There was, okay, here's a deep cut. There was Stefan Urkel from
Yes.
Family Matters. Not Steve Urkel. It was the Stefan Urkel
Stefan. Oh.
manifestation. Okay, I'm going deep with this
You are
one.
going deep.
There was Carlton from Fresh Prince in it. I mean...
And look, do you remember any other spot or any other commercial as well as you remember
That's
that one?
definitely one of the top three for sure.
Right?
But it just reeked of nostalgia and
Yes.
sentimentality.
Yes.
And I guess that's a product of our postmodern times.
Yes.
But all we have is to look back at how great things were and reminisce. And maybe that's effective as a marketing tool these days.
Yes. Sophia, what stood out to you?
Well, I mean, I wanted to ask you guys a bit about your thoughts on the AI. I know we talked about Coinbase. I was reading up that Svedka, their ad with the robots, I don't know if you caught that. It was like robots passing over a bottle of Svedka vodka, apparently was AI produced. And then there was plenty of ads that focused on AI. And I do definitely think that is a testament to our time right now. But do you think that was appropriate content to include for Super Bowl ads? Like, you talk about Dunkin' Donuts. It's a marketing strategy. We all expect an ad from Dunkin's, but to have ads for AI, how do you think that tool is impacting our public?
That plays into exactly what is happening today. You cannot escape AI. The other thing that I would say is I didn't see it until after, but Epstein sex trafficking or rape survivors.
Victims, yeah. Mhm.
Yes. I mean, basically, they had an ad.
It was basically calling out for a release of even more documents.
Yes.
How many more documents are there here?
Well,
I mean,
there
it
are a
knows
lot,
no
and-
bounds, Ursula.
Well,
it's
it
insane.
doesn't. And point well taken that we can't lose sight of that. And
Yeah.
what better time to get people's attention?
You have a lot of eyeballs. I mean, it does
Yes.
divert kind of the joyous nature of a culmination
Yeah.
of a football season.
Yeah, it's very
Oh,
sobering.
Remember Epstein? I mean, I'm not belittling the ad. I think, again, how do you judge it? Does it accomplish what it sets out to do? I think that ad absolutely did at the end of the day.
Yes. So according to an analysis by David, an AI-based advertising company, funny enough, it said that the rocket commercial that featured Lady Gaga singing Mr. Rogers' theme song, Won't You Be My Neighbor, was the most emotionally engaging Super Bowl ad this year.
I think I missed that one.
I did too. Now I got to go look it up.
Okay, in terms of AI, though, here's what was most striking to me was with how much it was utilized yesterday in the Super Bowl ads, how convincing it was, and also this notion of, AI will never replace real actors. It's coming, folks.
Oh, yeah.
And when we saw a little taste of it yesterday, and this technology is only getting better and better, you're going to see full motion pictures, I don't know, maybe within 5 years that are just all AI generated, which is wild.
Yes.
It's a brave new world.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. And just like that, We're done with this segment.
Just like that.
Okay, still ahead, we hear ya and our words to live by. This is the Gee and Ursula Show with Greg Tomlin.
This is what it's all about, right?
The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60.
The pure joy.
To beat the Patriots, especially in the 49ers stadium, it means everything.
It's a great time to be alive for Seattle fans.
It's why we're 12s.
Just like Mike McDonald said, we did not care.
We got a parade to get to.
Seattle will hold a victory parade Wednesday.
We are the home of your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
KIRO Newsradio.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Hey everyone, Hartley Wilcox here. And I'm Charlie Wilcox from Wilcox Family Farms. Our family's been raising hens and gathering fresh eggs right here for over 100 years.
That's right. Our hens roam free on green pastures, soaking up the sunshine and living their best chicken lives.
We don't do shortcuts. No cages, no chemicals, just honest-to-goodness eggs laid fresh every day.
And when you buy Wilcox eggs, you're not just getting breakfast. You're supporting local farmers like us, clean food, and a family that's been doing it right for generations.
So next time you're at the grocery store,
skip the out-of-state eggs and grab the ones with our name on them.
Wilcox Family Farms. Fresh, local, trusted. Find fresh Wilcox eggs at Safeway, Albertsons, or Town and Country Markets. And for a healthy snack on the go, grab some ready-to-eat hard-boiled eggs in a convenient to-go 2-pack. Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh since 1909.
There is one real estate agent who's been helping KIRO listeners longer than anyone else, and that's Wes Jones with sellwithwes.com. Wes, you've helped KIRO listeners in good markets and more difficult ones. What do you think has been the secret to your success?
Thanks, Brandy. Experience has taught us that to outperform the market, we needed to do things differently from the status quo, that we needed to do more. Our exclusive system covers innovative marketing locally and internationally, leading to more eyeballs on your home, better listing prep for better showings, negotiation strategies that eliminate pesky buyer contingencies, and generate stronger offers. Through our exclusive client programs, our sellers enjoy an extraordinary marketing experience utilizing techniques a traditional agent cannot offer.
So if you want to sell your home faster, at a higher price, and with fewer contingencies, if you want more, visit sellwithwes.com. Sellwithwes.com, a better way to sell your home.
When you walked through your kitchen this morning, what'd you see? Did it make you happy? Hi, I'm Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Well, I want to make you happy. We'll custom build you all new cabinet doors and drawer fronts, and using our exclusive 1/4-inch solid wood refacing process, transform your existing cabinets into a beautiful new kitchen. Add a custom quartz countertop, change things up a bit, add some more cabinets, install some cool new features like soft close drawers and sliding shelves, whatever you like. We'll help you to create the new kitchen you'll be proud of. All in about a week, and all with way less mess, hassle, time, and expense than to tear out. Stop waiting. For 18 years, we've been honored to serve thousands of happy customers, and we'd love to serve you. Call today and I'll get one of our pros to come out and show you how easy and comfortable it'll be to get going on your new kitchen. Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other.
so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Hey, it's John Curley with Dr. Kopstein from K2 Vision RLE. Doc, I heard that 50% of Americans have their lenses replaced by the time they're 75.
That's exactly right, John. As we near 50, our eye's natural lens starts to become dysfunctional. If you've now added readers to your need for glasses and contacts, it's a sign the quality and function of your natural lens is fading, and it's a steady decline towards cataracts.
Don't go another 20 plus years with poor vision, hassling with contacts and readers. Do what I did. Choose a quick, painless refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE and start enjoying great vision now.
Our new lens technology is truly amazing. After replacing over 100,000 lenses, we have the experience to guide each patient to their best solution, even if that's recommending you wait a little while before RLE.
K2 Vision RLE can restore distance and near vision permanently, plus never develop a cataract. Read the reviews and schedule a free Zoom consultation now at k2visionrle.com.
Wow, just like that, our day after the Super Bowl edition of the Gee and Ursula Show is wrapping up. And Greg, you are filling in for Gee today, so I'm going to give you honors. You can start reading our text messages.
Oh, thank you so much. Chelsea in Sumner writes about the upcoming Seahawks victory parade. Trying to decide if I want to brave the parade with my 3 kids solo. I think it'll be a massive headache, but a forever memory for us all. Also, we're in Sumner, so we could take the train in, trying to decide if I want to brave the parade with my 3 kids solo.
Yes. I say yes. Chelsea, go with the part of a forever memory. Because, man, I would love it if my kids were younger and I could say that was one of our core memories. I can never say that.
Yeah, and think about the social media posts, Ursula. Think about it.
Yes. Diana in Seattle says, 2 huge Seattle sports moments in my life. My parents let me and my sister skip school, and they took us to the Sonics parade. And then we took our kids out of school and attended the Seahawks parade. You bet I'm going to be attending on Wednesday.
Sonics parade.
That
has to be in the 70s?
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
That's amazing. I love that. From the 206, my son came from Poland to watch the game with friends. He'll be at the parade with his boys who are on winter break this week. What grand timing and what a core memory he is creating.
Yes. Okay, lots of passion on our discussion about the halftime show. 253 was a first-time texter. And she said, when I go to the ballet or I listen to an opera or hear world music, there are no subtitles. I sit back and let the art unfold the story from within itself. I loved the rich culture presented at halftime. The music painted pictures. The vocals added emotional layers. Even if I didn't understand the words, I got the vibe. The music told many good stories. We need to see more good stories. This is the richness of our country. That's a beautiful text.
It's a great text, thought-provoking and just beautiful. Lynn in Enumclaw writes, that halftime show reminded me of the Olympics opening in Paris. Did you watch any Winter Olympics over the weekend, by the way, Ursula?
Okay, I'm in love with the ice dancing couple. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Couple.
Yeah, right now, at last check, they were in first place.
Okay, I watched some downhill ski and the 13 seconds of glory before Lindsey Vonn biffed it. That was kind of a sad story.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lynn and Enumclaw finishes. They would have very specific little vignettes and followed the traveler's journey from an entertainment standpoint. It was a great halftime show at the Super Bowl. Obviously, I don't speak Spanish and couldn't understand a thing, but did you really need to?
Well, Tammy in the 360 says, good morning. My daughter-in-law is from Mexico. She was the last group in King County before COVID to become a citizen. I totally support undocumented people who are being tormented by ICE. All of that to say, I wish there had been subtitles during the halftime show, or that she had been here so she could have translated for us. Just because we were hoping for that doesn't mean that we don't stand on the right side of democracy, and we're not in favor of dictatorships.
And Carol in Cedar Woolley adds, after listening to your commentary, I understand the halftime show. We missed much of the message due to chatting among ourselves and food distractions. However, I still don't understand all the booty and crotch grabbing.
Oh, that's not unique to Bad Bunny's show.
There was a lot of gyrating.
There's a lot
I've
going
come to
on.
accept it as a dad who cares about what my kids indulge when it comes to what's on television. But my 9-year-old all of a sudden just started twerking the other day, and I thought, I don't know where you've seen this, but you do it really well. And so booty shaking is just a part of society now. And I don't even think it's particularly controversial anymore. It's just what it is.
Yeah. 209 said, love the halftime show. It was a show of love, community, and culture. We loved the vibes of the music. At my house, we had the music nice and loud. Okay, Sophia, I want to talk to younger generation about the halftime show, because what were your thoughts?
Oh, I loved it. My household loved it. We had to move the coffee table out of the way for the halftime show because it was going to be a dancing party. A lot of my friends are also really into the, Latino culture, and we speak Spanish, and it just kind of made the energy so fun. And we were having a ball. And we loved to spot out all the celebrities in the house. That was my favorite when the camera panned back, and we were like, oh my God, is that Pedro Pascal? Like, what's happening? Who are all the celebrities in the corner? Jessica Alba was in it, and it just made it fun. And it was very entertaining.
Here's a nitpicky thing, okay? And I know it's nitpicky, but so there's a big sign on the Jumbotron that said, like, love is more powerful than hate, right?
Yes, which is awesome.
Why, and this isn't unique to Bad Bunny, but modern performers in general, why do they look so angry when they're performing and defiant? There's like this kind of attitude. And the most joyful people during the halftime performance, you only saw them for a split second. It was the people playing the classical instruments like the viola and the violin. They had smiles ear to ear. They just looked like they were having a ball. I just don't get the whole, like, I'm angry about it.
Well, I don't even know if it was angry, maybe more defiant. I think there was a lot of joy and jubilation also displayed on that. But, I mean, there's a lot going on right now.
Oh, yeah. A lot of undertones.
Maybe they were,
sure,
encapsulating some of that energy.
I thought it was so fun, though. We didn't talk about Gaga either. Gaga was incredible.
Oh, she was.
I love Gaga.
I can't hear enough of her singing, I got to say. Okay, words to live by. I actually combined 2 different anonymous quotes. The fact that no one else thinks the same way you do is frustrating if you have a closed mindset, and a great opportunity with an open one. And when peeking through someone else's lens, you are bound to find clarity and compassion.
You're here.
So, Greg, thank you. Appreciate you coming in very short notice, and you did a fantastic job. Thank you. Always enjoy it. Sophia, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Of course.
Nick.
Well, soak it in and bask in all the glory, Seahawks fans, while we're fresh with our new trophy and a big parade and plans. And you never really know when this big moment will be back, so we're hoping everyone can crank their fandom to the max.
That's why I'm telling you, I just want to celebrate, yeah.
And congrats to that whole Seahawks team for climbing to the clouds. Travel safe, and we'll be ready for you Wednesday, loud and proud. 12s in the Pacific Northwest and around the world. We did it. Go Hawks.
Yes!
Go Hawks!
Great way to wrap it all up, Nick. Thank you so much. Jake and Spike are coming up next. Stay with us.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Another day of living, yeah. I just want to celebrate. Another day of living, yeah. I just want to celebrate. Another day of life.
Soak it in, Seattle.
3, 2, 1. The Seahawks win Super Bowl 60. They are bringing the Lombardi back to the Northwest.
Congratulations to your Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
We got the best team. 12 is 1. We never wavered, man. We believed in each other. We loved each other. And now we're world champions.
And this is where the champs play. The home of the Seahawks, KIRO News Radio.
Sometimes we hang on to our old attorneys and coaches too long. They've been around, they've done good work. But when the legal game changes, you need a team that is hungry to win now. At Bible Law Group, we're that faster, hard-hitting legal team, ready to fight for every inch in the courtroom. With over 40 million closed for our clients, we know how to win, and we're ready to take on the biggest legal case of your career with you. Don't stick with a playbook that's gone stale. Switch to the legal team that's ready to win now. Let Bible Law Group be your linebacker in the courtroom. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
Not sure how to tackle your taxes? Are you sweating the small print? You may be experiencing FOMO, the fear of messing up. The answer? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. It's time to take your taxes to the max. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with 0 investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Whether it's due to job loss, a divorce, a new business venture, or you just didn't file your taxes, don't lose hope. Powerful relief programs are now available that can help you and may reduce or even eliminate what you owe the IRS. With the cost of living affecting millions across the country, Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying anyone with $5, $50, or even $500,000 in back taxes to the IRS to call to get relief options. With over 1,000 5-star Google reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, TRA is America's trusted choice for real tax relief. Relief options are now available that can give you a fresh start and peace of mind. End your tax nightmare today by calling our tax relief hotline. Dial 800-390-8432. 800-390-8432. That's 800-390-8432. Or visit TRA.com. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle.